Cool cats, cool dudes, and Junior Furpo's super secret sexy moustache. How you doing? Welcome to We All Love Leeds, the show where we discuss our love of Leeds. Blah 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 blah. How you doing, Mr. Ben?
Blah 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 blah. Very well, mate. How are you?
I've had worse Sundays. I've had worse days. Awesome stuff. Tell you what do you think of Leeds week in general, Ben?
8 out of 10.
I could.
And that's me being harsh, I'd say. Yeah.
We'll sit and go through our slides and stuff like that, but generally, I think it all going to come back round to the very simple notion of, if you told me 3 weeks ago that playing 3 of the current top 5, how many points you're going to get, and then someone goes, Tom, I'll let you have 7 of 9, I'll go, okay, cool, let's just get on with the Millwall game or whatever, Portsmouth. You fine with it?
See, I'm greedy. And I'm
but if you had to drop
way
2
better
points,
than this league. Yeah, if you had to drop 2 points, it'd be West Brom, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then technically it's only costing you 2 points.
Yeah.
But yeah. Look, I'm not going to moan about it. We didn't get beat, so we're good. We're good. We're still top.
Have a good night, John. And I believe Richard Cranium was on the same lines when whoever Richard Cranium is.
He's a dickhead. I don't like him.
He's a dickhead. That's what I heard. I heard you don't like him. Jimmy's here, obviously, and Scooby. And
Evening, guys.
He's probably tired. He's doing his wrestling stream last night. They're always on at stupid o'clock. Scooby's got his habit of speaking for me. But no, he's not wrong there, to be fair to him. Anders is in. How you doing, Anders? And I bet Director John prefers this time. Is that because it's 11 PM where he is, I believe?
It's
the baggies,
2 on us, yeah.
And get straight to the memes. Well, basically, you've gone memeless for about 3 weeks, to be fair. But it's what it is. It's what it is. And Pink Cushion, Ian, how are you doing, sir?
Evening.
I thought we'd get beat. I know you thought we'd get beat. You made that perfectly clear. But I'm disappointed. But tempering that with a bit of common sense is a point, isn't it? After a good run,
it is a point.
And a fair play to back. Oh yeah, you know what? We're going to do a very, very rare departure compared to what you get on some football shows. West Brom. If West Brom fan tells you we deserved a point, as in West Brom deserved a point, I'd just sit there and go, yeah, you probably did. Even though we obviously attacked a lot in that second half, I'd be like, well
did
done.
Nothing more than they did.
They worked bloody hard. Cole Bartley was fucking amazing.
Listen,
pardon my language.
They made it hard for us. They didn't let us settle. Good game. In that respect, it was a battle, but we
I
were
have so
on
much
it.
respect for what they did.
There was a lot of complacency, but inevitably they deserved their point.
They're not supposed to lie down just because our players weren't on it, as they say. To be fair, like they've got a job to do. In my opinion, they did it. Now that's a fair point, Ian. If people are upset with that, then obviously I'm not going to tell people what they can or can't think about Leeds United. But I'd be like, really, you're upset?
Yeah, I was disappointed with the performance, not the result. The result was fair. But I didn't walk out. My words were after it was, no, I'm done.
That's a disappointing. That's a catastrophic result if we are in Burnley's position and then draw a game. But we're not in Burnley's position.
When you've got a 7-point gap or 5 as it is now, but no, it's 8 actually. But when you've got that 8-point gap, and it's basically 4 games of dropping points. That's 4 games that without them dropping points. Do you know?
Yeah.
That's them. That's off if they have a flawless.
Yep.
Rest of the season, which is very, very unlikely. So therefore, that game that could become 5 or 6 game buffer zones.
Yeah. Exactly right. But I suppose we should get in the time machine a little bit, just to go back to, because we played on Monday night. Don't know if you know this, Ben. We played on Monday night.
When?
Monday night. Monday night football, and we got no money for it.
Wow.
I don't know if they've changed the rules, actually, Ben, to be fair. To be fair, I don't know if that's actually true. In terms of... I remember when the actual TV deal was basically the home team gets 100 grand in the championship, but the away team gets nothing. So what used to happen, I believe it's why Celino was really angry at it, was because they kept making us the away team on Sky and moving the game. I've shocked Ben into stillness, but it's probably my computer in all truth. So there we go. So I'm just looking around the slides. What's going on here? Why isn't that working? Let's find out. Oh, yeah. As I suspected, Ben will be in. By the way, Richard Cranium makes some very good points. He has been known to do that, despite the fact that Ben hates him.
Sorry about that.
No, thank God that happened, because it confirmed to me that my computer wasn't fucking up. So thank you to Ben's internet or whatever happened.
Like that on mine, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening here?" And then I looked, and it anyway, I've gone off my phone. Yeah, have we hit the 20 fucking mark with Sky yet? That the bullshit is about. We must be near it. Been on 20 times already.
Have to have been, because I've actually found myself wanting Leeds to be on at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, knowing I can't watch it, because it feels like that's the natural order of football. As silly as that may sound.
No, that's I prefer Saturdays at 3 o'clock. It's just ordinary, isn't it?
I don't want to say like EFL conspiracy. Yeah. Don't like, and I can, if Leeds are on Monday Night Football, which we were for like 3 weeks out of 5 or however many it is, correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously Burnley, Sunderland, Sheffield United. The feeling I get is we always tend to be the away team, and it's like why aren't they putting us on at home at a time which is
we get the home night Friday night slot now and again, but my whole point is, right, other than the fans of the two teams, who watches Monday Night Football at any level? Because the atmosphere is shit. It's not a weekend game, is it? It's you wait all weekend for it, and it's like you can't enjoy your weekend because you're not playing. It's just shit.
I see a documentary about the creation of like Monday Night Football and Sky, like getting the Premier League rights. And I will disclose, I didn't realise it was made by David Beckham's production company, and very quickly became a Manchester United on TV documentary. But it was actually interesting until it got to the point where it was basically he's actually promoting Man United, because it sounded like it was about Sky TV.
It must have come from the idea of NFL Monday Night Football, surely.
That's exactly right, because I don't know if you remember it, but they obviously tried to do the cheerleader thing, but then they ended up having a skydiver in, like, I think like the third week. It was like Norwich versus QPR, something like that. That's not right. Don't check it, because I've almost certainly got it wrong. But they had like a skydiver where it went wrong and everyone booed him, kind of thing. And that very quickly told the Sky Television in the UK that they're not going to have this NFL type presentation here.
Yeah.
But the thing I was getting at, it was I can't remember it actually, but
the documentary.
Yeah, the thing the thing they wanted to get across is they wanted to, the reason is basically came off what you just said, as in you think football's for the weekend, whereas they had the idea of why can't Monday also be the weekend, as in the end of the weekend. But that's why it occurs, Ben. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying you're wrong in what you said, but that is why Monday Night Football exists on Sky. Rightly or wrongly, that's what they try to get across, and obviously it's not really got across to you because you don't believe it. so that's fine, whatever. But just found that interesting. So director John tit in the house. Ben's Stiller. See what he's done there. Director John getting a thumbs up from Pincushion. Bloody Sky. But we really were the away team in a lot of games under Salino, and obviously in his mind it's like, why not getting paid for it? But why is the team getting moved into like shitty time slots for no money? But that's the problem, because if you're the away team in the Premier League, you get paid regardless. You both get paid the same amount of money, and when I say same, I mean similar enough to where you don't feel like you're getting. Would you rather watch Wednesday football than Monday night football? Says Rosie, obviously following from Hawkwind, who has turned up. How you doing, Hawkwind? When you're in the second tier, Wednesday football just feels a bit of a... I don't want to say aggravation, because considering our club is doing quite well, I'm not actually... Is dreading the right word? Like, I'm not dreading the games. But when we were like a middling championship side, like 15 years ago... And...
It wasn't that long ago.
It really weren't, but... When we were like getting turned over 4-0 at home to Blackpool or 5-0 at home to Blackpool kind of thing, that is when I think it's fair to say you're dreading Wednesday night football.
Yeah.
Because you know it's probably not going to be good.
Night, any football.
Yeah. But I suppose that's the case for any team. Like, personally, I love Friday night football when we win. But that it shouldn't really be contingent on... I can't have the fixture list depending on is my team winning. But how it kind of works out, I suppose. Like, when Leeds lost...
Testament to those fans.
Yeah.
That endured that.
When Leeds lost away at Aston Villa in the Premier League on a Friday night, it was one of the worst things. Because then all that can happen is that no matter what happens, you're just watching other teams surpass you. Whereas, if you win, then you're already out in front, and anything people just restore the natural order.
Albeit it might be just for one night, but you're temporarily 7th or 10th.
Yes. We've got how Jimmy says, "I up Rosie with the Motherwell." But like most things in football, if you win, it's great. Sorry, Ben. Sorry. Not
going good for the old Rangers.
Nah, could be doing better in fairness to him. But
I'm just going to mute while I open these.
No problem, brother.
All sorts because they rattle.
Yeah, understood. Big up, Mr. Tom. Like the rock, I want your soul. That sounds like a very different comment to a lot of people that don't know the law of what that actually means, Mr. Herbert. But again, have a good night. I don't know why I said that, like I'm kicking you out, because I'm not, but I hope you're doing all right,
you really
Mr.
did.
Herbert. He's a nice man, despite his shit jokes. He's a nice man. I'll give him that. He's currently typing something right now about Pedro Pascal being my favourite actor. He's not. He's in everything. Anyway, Scooby D2 with I'd agree, actually. I hate Friday night games, to be honest. Scooby D2 hates something. Doesn't like something. Shocking. I don't do much of a Friday night nowadays, but let's have it right. Friday night is the best night of the week, and it ain't for football.
Agreed.
But again, like anything, Scooby, in all seriousness, in my opinion, if you win a football match, any night's great. But if you lose, it ruins your weekend. And that's the real reason no one wants to play the Friday night game. Because too many people, and I'm very guilty of this, will link that their mental health is very much linked to the outcome of the football game that you are not playing in, but the team you love are playing in. And it's really absurd. But too many of us actually link to that. As such, definitely myself. Like, I'm not going to criticise people.
Mental for enduring.
Yes. I'm not going to say people shouldn't be doing this or whatever, but then I do it and not acknowledge that. I mean, I am guilty of that. As long as he doesn't want your arsehole, Tom. And how's Pedro Pascal your favourite actor?
Do you think our truth soul is called our soul?
It must be, especially if he goes to Japan. That's the equivalent of finishing your drink, Anthony. You're leaving. No, he's always welcome. Hey Ian, are you good? Not bad, Rosie. Tarth very much. I suppose we should get into the game. Got some stuff for it.
But Jimmy's been waiting eagerly for the game.
Jimmy's loving the game. He already decided we need to go to the end of the show in the first 5 minutes. But no, we're going to torture him some more by actually talking. Let's talk football, Ben. I should have made up a jingle for that, but in my head.
Let's talk football.
Yeah, as the theme tune is sung by the Daleks, apparently, from Doctor Who. But, this is the scene of the crime. It's Bramall Lane, and do you know? It was only last year I realised it's Bramall Lane and it's not Bramwell Lane. I always thought it was BRMWALL, Bramwell Lane, and it's not, and I'm an idiot.
Yep.
I mean, I'm wrong, but I am an idiot. Here's the Bramall Lane pitch. I mean, you know when you learn something, but then you worry you'll forget it, so you keep trying to say it to yourself at every opportunity. And if you don't, I mean, congratulations on being a clever person, but I'm not that lucky. It's tortured Jimmy at the moment. Ian mental isn't a requirement to support Leeds, but by God, it surely helps.
Do you know what I love? The people that say Pacific instead of specific.
I have done that, unfortunately. The Friday night versus Sunday afternoon argument is interesting. Friday night lose and it ruins your weekend. That's exactly what I was thinking. But the opposite, if you win, it can take your weekend to new heights. Well, until everyone else wins and then you end up in the same place. But still, it does help Jimmy, I should know. Evening from Lexington to Kentucky. I don't even know why it looked like I couldn't say Kentucky then, because I love its chicken.
It's come on, you irons.
Yeah. How you doing, Lawrence, in all seriousness? Rosie's laughing the same. Evening, Mr. Elway. Evening, Lawrence. Bramwell is from Aldi, or Aldi. I don't know why I said it like that. 12:30 kickoff is the worst in the US.
Called Bramwell.
It's 7:30 in Virginia time, I believe. It sucks if you get up early. The reason, like, when this came up yesterday on the wrestling show, when people went, well, at least you have to stay up late to watch the wrestling, but when we have to watch the football, we have to get up really early. It's like, well, yeah, but no matter what happens, your day is ahead of you. Whereas it's hard, most of these football matches occur at the end of our day. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying I wouldn't hate it really having to get up at 8 o'clock to watch a football match. I mean, I'd feel tired if it then ended up not going my way, of course.
It's like I want to watch the ice hockey, so it's on at midnight here.
Scooby, thumbs up. Cole Fredrickson, you good? I believe that is the character from Up. Could be wrong. Good evening all from Kieran. How you doing, sir? And axed instead of asked. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
No, as soon as I saw it, I thought that's going to be a good suggestion. Rosie's getting a thumbs up from Lawrence, Mr. Up, and evening, Kieran. Laugh out loud, Rosie. Oh, I like Mr. Tom. He's a good YouTuber. Mr. Tom told me to say that. The check is in the post. Mr. Herbert, you're not supposed to reveal the bribe.
Yeah,
but still.
Mr. Director John we're going to get a message in a minute.
I mean, Director John's going to tell us off for that, but... And chat room. Kieran, hey, hope you're well. Irons and Scunthorpe, and Director John with, come on, you Ians.
Love it.
That's how you...
I can envision Ian having a little army of Ians.
And they're all going around correcting your grammar.
Yeah.
It'd be brilliant. I'm not even mocking it. It would be brilliant. I'd be like, those kids are going to go on to do well. But still, I'm just glad we're back in action Tuesday night against Millwall away. Well, make sure you're here for the week where you come to Ellen Road. But not if you win. I don't think it's unfair to say. Good, Anne, how you doing? I heard somewhere that Anthony Turner could beat up Sam Greenwood. That may have...
Is that allegedly?
I suppose legally it has to be, but... I don't know why I'm acting like I'm scared to say it. Basically a mini game occurred on the show last night where basically 19 celebrities were brought up and basically we were playing can Sam Greenwood beat them up. Anthony Turner was first.
Was this Sam Greenwood or was this Sam Greenwood's avatar?
I believe it may have been the avatar due to the light issue, but I can't judge that, of course. I'm sure Sam will be along in a second at some point. What if Marty McFly's mum had to watch football in the US, Tom? Oh, don't get me started on that film. It's apparently my opinion on the plan in that movie from Marty McFly and Doc Brown is really controversial. But I thought that is what, in the bare bones of the situation, Marty McFly's plan is to actually molest his mother. And a lot of people think I'm insane for that, but I'm not the only one that thinks it. I'm just going to say this. I mean, he fails because the plan went wrong, but still. I mean, I know it's supposed to go wrong, and George McFly's supposed to become the hero and all that. I get that. But I didn't anticipate that Biff Tannen was going to walk in on it. Anyway. So, getting. This is welcome to We All Love Back to the Future, I suppose. But anyway, I agree with Dr. John. But come on,
an in-depth look at the microscope Tom puts movies under.
I really can't help myself.
This was aged 8 when he first saw it.
I'm the worst. I will be. Don't worry. No, you're always welcome, Kieran. Even if you do win, you 100% get to gloat. We're not like that. Yeah, I'm good, Lawrence. Thanks. Lawrence is doing his thing.
Football. Banter is banter. But as long as it's banter.
Absolutely. Has Rosie tonight from Dr. John. To which Lawrence went, how's the Rangers tonight? And I'm well, thanks, John. How the bloody hell are you? Dr. John's like, make sure it's subbing to We All Love Leeds. That's very kind of you, Rosie. Are you still in Bucharest, John? I can confirm that he is. And hey, chaps, from Chris Nix.
I can confirm he sat on the balcony with a glass of red and a cigar, listening and typing.
Here's a great comment. Who would be the leader of the Ians? My money is on Ian Hislop. My money wouldn't be on Ian.
Do you know what it is, right? Do you know what it is? As talented as Ian Hislop is, I think he's met his match in our Ian.
Smoking his cigar and drinking his wine. I believe it's a Sauvignon Blanc. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's got one in fancy names, but I didn't know it. Ian Botham. Absolutely. I mean, join us next week for next week's question of the week, where it's going to be name all these famous Ians.
Ian Brady.
I can't say much. My immediate thought was Ian Huntley.
Here's one from down your neck of the woods. Ian fucking Beale.
Definitely not Ian Botham. Ian Bill. You're not crazy. Ian Gandalf. What? Does he mean Ian McKellen? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Ian Snodding.
John, is that Mad Dog? Mad Dog. Anyway. Sorry. got a football match to talk about. Anyway, Sheffield United lined up like this, and I believe that is Raksaki who sat there looking stoned out of his fucking nut, which is maybe why he played like shit.
Was there any Ians playing for them?
Fuck it. I think we should just pretend that Berrett Diaz, his first name is Ian. He looks like an Ian because he's shit.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Ben, does he?
No, he absolutely doesn't. I mean, Ben Berreton, he can get away with, but as soon as you put Diaz on the end of your name to try and get selected for Chile, which he no longer is, obviously. Ian Hart. Evening We All Love Leeds from Russ Morgan. Ian Rush. Portsmouth. Millwall. QPR. How many points from 9?
What do you call a magician without magic?
Ian. That's very good. In all seriousness, I would take 7, but I am expecting 9. I don't know if I'm right 9. There. Yeah. Ian McShane, top shagger. Happy to see Roberts will be missing for Millwall. What do you call him? Ian. Yeah, Ian. I feel like we kind of ruined his joke unintentionally.
No, I read it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like an Ian because he's shit. That is something that I may have said. Well, I definitely said it. Does Ramsdale end up back at Sheffield United after Southampton get relegated?
Is he anything but a championship keeper?
Apparently he's played in the Champions League, but doesn't necessarily mean you're a Champions League keeper. Evening Director John, of course. I'm looking forward to like the player merry-go-round of players that basically now only ever play for the promoted team.
Mm.
And then as soon as they go back down to the Championship, they then play for whoever gets promoted. Nice gig to have. This is the starting lineup for Leeds at Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Emphasis on Bramall again. In hindsight, I'm not going to waste your time, Ben, by saying is there anything you'd have changed? Because we've done this long enough where I know it's going to be goalkeeper and then nothing else because we won. And, you know, for anyone who's seen the game, it's perfectly understandable to say goalkeeper in this one. But, you know, them's are the breaks, I'm afraid. And obviously, Brendan Aronson, representing the United States, of standing there staring at while cameras pointed at you, I suppose. Lovejoy is a decent show. John, are you holiday? It feels like you've been there for a month. Spencer is being acknowledged by Russell.
I do feel that Junior Firpo and the grand finale of that game are the only reasons we are talking about the goalkeeper.
Yes. Obviously, this is how they lined up, just to give them a little bit of acknowledgement. Ben Berrett Diaz started the game, apparently. That's news to me. I don't remember seeing him.
He put the ball in for their goal.
I suppose that is true. During the 12 minutes where they played well. They really did start well. To give them their due, they started well and we didn't. What are we doing here? Russ getting re-acknowledged by Spencer, of course. I do believe we may have in the background, it is possible we may have a certain Romanian visitor. If he would love to reveal himself, of course, we will happily grant him the screen time to answer Rosie's questions. There he is.
Oh, it's pretty dark out here. There's no light. Can you hear me okay?
Dracula.
Well, yeah, you look like a vampire. Ironically.
Yeah. I knew it's true. Bucharest. I knew it was true.
What are the questions from Rosie, my buddy?
Come to think about it before we carry on.
Are you on holiday? Because it feels like you've been there for a month.
I have been here 2 weeks and a day.
So, John, generally speaking, how long are you planning on being in Romania?
Maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. I only booked a one-way flight.
Okay.
Another full moon, basically, because nobody's ever seen John during daylight hours. I wouldn't do that there, mate.
I don't fucking... Exactly. Yeah.
You're right, Spencer. You are right. I was going to say he's very unlucky on that own goal, because the replay of that goal only ever gets shown in slow motion, which naturally makes anything look worse. It'll make any foul look worse than it actually
isn't he? He's just clumsy. Come on.
I genuinely do think he was unlucky. I know there's a perception that I will defend him no matter what. No, that is fair, actually, to be fair, Russ. You're correct. Despite the fact I did go to Ellen Road. Sorry.
I've played in goal, right, and I was shit in goal, but I found the easiest thing to do is catch a ball.
Yeah, I don't get why he insists on punching it when catching it is also possible. I will say that, But generally speaking, he had a very ropey start, and then it got a little bit ropey after we conceded, and then he was fine. I don't think that's unfair to say. This is how we lined up, of course. We did start Gruet.
When was this game? Monday?
Monday night, sir.
Yeah,
Monday night.
Monday, John. Monday
night. We've got... So the game kicked off, obviously, shown by Joe Rothwell's very intense stare at the camera, where he basically, like, the person pointing the camera at him probably has got 12 seconds left to live or something like that. Then it came up. Goal! Campbell gives the host the lead. Very generous of Leeds United to not write Meslier own goal. Very generous of them. But
yeah, I don't feel that after watching that and watching a few Sheffield United fan channels afterwards, that dog shit striker that's no better than Bamford didn't get roasted for that miss.
I'm very glad you said that, Ben, and I can confirm, Ben, this definitely hasn't been discussed with Ben beforehand. So, hello, Ryan, of course. But I do happen to have this from Football Away Days again. How on earth did this man celebrate like he did when he missed the easiest header in history? He missed a header from 1 yard out. He hit the post with a header from 1 yard out, and then celebrated like he'd won the FA Cup final.
Shite.
If anything, he should have done what we did when we scored against Aston Villa when we didn't kick the ball out. He should have actually let us score and then make it equal based on the fact that his miss was so bad. He didn't deserve to actually have a goalkeeper fuck up at the end of it. But maybe I'm a bit biased. Some say Tom is Dracula's great grandson, Russ. And anyway, have we this calamity Meslier? I believe that's what he's referencing. And Arsenal, they won 4-3 in the end. That's interesting. I'm sure he did it on purpose. It has to be the worst miss this season. The fact that it led to a goal is...
Only because Bamford hadn't played.
Yeah. The TikTok videos, and I'm not promoting TikTok, but the way these are made, of Patrick Bamford's misses are interesting. I think that's the nicest way to put it. Because you have to go back and remember yourself in that moment when that happened, and it wasn't interesting in that moment. I'll tell you that now. Like, you were probably almost phoning like your hitman on speed dial kind of thing. I'm not actually condoning having Patrick Bamford killed, obviously, for missing the football match. That's a bit too far.
Could break a few bones.
Well, I imagine that's why he's injured right now, because someone made that phone call.
I can make a call. I know a guy.
Oh, of course you know a guy, John. I'd be very surprised. The bigger surprise would be if you turned around to me and Ben and went, I don't know a guy. Because you know everyone.
Yeah, just certain people.
Certain people. certain people that could have Patrick Bamford put on the shelf for life. John the Jackal, as he's now known for Brendan's Ghost, he knew Meslier is so shit, so he knew all he had to do was head the ball towards Meslier and it'd still go in the goal. How's John's fantasy football team doing? And he could have headed the ball and used the post as support. But, and Rosie can confirm this on Ryan's chat because I was watching the game at work, but I had Ryan's chat on it, sort of, dare I say, as commentary. And there was all these comments like, Tom, are you going to turn this around? And I'm sat there like, yeah. Even when the referee didn't give the penalty for the push, and then didn't give the penalty for the handball, I was like, doesn't matter, we're still going to win. And I wasn't even doing it out of bravado. It was just genuine confidence. We were playing that well in the game, and we were growing into the game. I was like, I can't see anything but us scoring. And obviously that didn't happen all right away because of half time. I mean, that's certainly a haircut. But the Sheffield United lad on the right, I mean.
Tintin.
But
I'll be right back.
Absolutely, John. Always welcome. And something that is always welcome is Junior Firpo popping up out of nowhere. Ben, it's literally out of nowhere because I have this image. This is just before the cross is about to be put in. Junior Firpo is not even in the photograph and he scores.
May I ask, go back to that picture.
Yeah.
What's the shoelace looking white mark bottom right?
I believe that
drawn
Junior
a circle
Firpo,
on the pitch.
You know what? I think that might be. No, that might be a thing in the bottom corner, as in like if a pub is showing the game or something like that. It's a wine glass, I believe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. In all seriousness, Darlow is a worse option in goal. Is Darlow a worse option in goal for me? The thing is, though, in my opinion, Carl Darlow has not done enough when he has played in the cup games.
Yeah,
it's similar,
you don't
like
fill you with the confidence as is to say, right, Meslier, go.
I'm not going to say he's worse, but what I will say is he hasn't shown me that he's definitely better.
He's just as prone to mistakes on simple shots, yeah.
Because, for example, I know there's not a big cross-section, but we played Harrogate in the Cup, and then we played Millwall at home. And the goals he conceded, while they're not entirely his fault, there was nothing in that went, he definitely has to play over the goalkeeper. That is Calamity Meslier, as Ryan termed it.
The way I look at it is we had the option to sign that kid from Plymouth and get rid of Meslier in the summer. So I'm just looking forward to, let's hope this summer's the summer.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have got a game for that later, just to keep it, because I have uploaded it for you, Ben. Junior Firpo's header, quite rightly by Spencer, who is a gentleman who knows his stuff on football, said the Firpo goal is really good. Which one? This week.
Which one was better for you? That one was the better goal, I think.
I mean, this one's the better one because it means much more. Especially when you consider he missed a very similar header. And I could be wrong, but it very much felt like he was like, right, I know what to do to score now. Like, he's basically like uploaded to the computer in his brain that he now knows how to score every header he has.
He was a little early to the one before it because he was underneath it. Whereas he timed his run perfectly this time.
Yeah. I felt from then on there was only going to be one winner in the contest, in my opinion. And then look who popped up at the in the 89th minute. Oh, hang on, look who popped up after Tanaka popped up in the 89th minute. It's Director John via the balcony.
It's a little bit better with the light.
It certainly is. We've got some additions in the chat. Obviously, Russ Morgan says the guy's just shown up at John's door. And is it you, Russ, from Rosie?
A guy's just vanished at John's door.
Yeah. John's drinking his blood currently. No need to ditch Melier, knee-jerk bollocks. Fair enough. I mean, I don't make the decisions, of course.
People, this is not an episode of The Sopranos.
How you doing, Sam Greenwood? Good to see you. Don't forget to sub to Sam Greenwood to do his Stags in Dark show on Thursdays. It's good fun. First one, second one is a bit soft. Keeper in no man's land. Plus he catches that first pretty sweet. Run is late from deep, hard to pick up. It really is. As Tanaka free run on the back post. I mean, it was a lovely header. Tanaka's header was. I'm not going to judge goals that happen in the 89th minute that have us win the game, because I don't care what happens as long as we win the game. Messi had a decent save at the 82nd minute. It certainly did. But the real statistic that I think points at Junior Firpo is arguably the greatest footballer that's ever lived, is the fact that he had 1 assist in the game, and he had an expected assist of 0.01. Because the ball glanced off his head. I'll see people going, Stroik knocked that ball on. It's like, no, he didn't. He certainly did not. It was all Junior, baby. All Junior. Tanaka is a bigger player for Leeds United. I mean, Ian, you know I don't have to correct that for you. You're better than that, sir. You're better than that. And then Joel Peru just decided in the 90th minute. They just literally went from the replay of the Tanaka goal to his Leeds on the attack, and I was like, well, that's fucking lovely. That, why can't it happen more often? And Joel Peru scored. And when I say scored, the ball, I'm surprised the ball didn't go through the net. I love that Leeds kit. It's lovely. Although it still looks like a penis head, but still. It's a badge. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying the sheer net's opinion on it. I'm just repeating it. What are we doing? I heard somewhere that Wellard mauled Sam Greenwood. That's the best of those 3 goals. I'm nearly choking on my own net fat at the thought of that goal in the back of the net. I've rarely been more calm and smug at a football game.
Are we talking Wellard the dog from EastEnders?
Yes, that is exactly what she is talking about. As I said, it was 90s celebrities. Can Sam Greenwood beat them in a fight? Sam Greenwood, correct me if I'm wrong, he did say he couldn't beat up Cilla Black. I mean, it's understandable, to be honest. John's having another glass of O negative blood, of course. Piru had a couple of chances before, tried calling the far post, third one. Nah, fuck it. Bang. Absolutely right, Scooby. Absolutely right. John Harry's the Mad Dog 2020.
What is that?
I have no idea. Owen. Cilla Black is well hard indeed. See what you did there with your word. I've actually not read that exactly as you wrote it, so I'll do it again. John, did you know that Cilla Black is indeed well hard?
Who's Cilla Black? I guess a wrestler?
No. I just wish. I wish.
Cilla White is a real name.
Is that true?
That's true.
I have no idea. Booze, Alco Pops, and MD 2020 alcoholic beverage. That makes sense, actually. Very popular. Was like too young to legally drink. Well, Rosie couldn't fight a way out of a wet paper bag. Sam, obviously acknowledgement of Renko.
Could he handle Bob Carroll's G's? And spit the dog.
Sam was Willie, A. Spencer, and
how much
he
is
tried
left, John?
to date Wellard. She wasn't having any of it.
There was only a half a bottle when I not that I opened it the other night and had a couple.
When you reopened it.
When I reopened
Priscilla White, Queen of the Desert. That's not true, made up. Anyway, Junior Firpo, unsurprisingly, stood with the Man of the Match trophy. But that's not my favourite image following the game. You know when they do the thing where the players walk into the dressing room and they stand outside and film them going like, come on to the camera. Junior Firpo has actually stood there like the Godfather receiving, tribute for everyone that works for Leeds United. As he should, because he's great.
What's the deal
I
with
wish I could... Sorry, John?
What's the deal with his, arm and his hip? It looks a little effeminate. Not that Junior Firpo could ever be
Not there's anything
effeminate.
wrong with that, of course. Not there's anything wrong with that, of course, from our favourite Seinfeld episode. But,
Tom, he drove past me in his Aston Martin like a king on his horse.
Yeah.
It was...
Did he?
Yeah, he did. I waved. I gave him the lead salute. He gave me one back.
Yes.
And it was single-handedly the best moment in my life.
No. I would think that every time you're talking with Tom, that's the single most important moment
Tom
in
understands. Tom, you understand.
I'm not. I have my selfish moments, but even I know that I cannot compete with Sir Junior, the son of Senior Firpo.
Where's he originally from?
Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
Is he?
heritage of Dominican Republic, but he's actually Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So he plays for the Dominican Republic as a national team? Okay.
Yeah, as their everywhere player.
Right. So it's basically him and...
He's their Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
Remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon? Bugs Bunny first base, Bugs Bunny second base, Bugs Bunny third base.
It's their cash cow, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't think I'm really unfair in speculating on this, that he does it less for the Dominican Republic than he does it for Leeds, because I can't imagine many Championship clubs have their left back just popping up as a false nine, as I believe the term is. It's not a term, that he's like a false three, because he should be defending, but he never is, kind of thing. But anyway,
should I correct you? There's nothing false about Junior Firpo.
I don't even know why I said such a thing. Very douchey of me. Forgive me, Senior. Firpo is pronounced Firpo, and yeah, I know you're right, Ian, but I've still got to actually do... I'm not going to do a disservice to the fact that I can barely speak the language of English. I speak it in a London accent.
See.
Rosie lost in a diddling contest against Bob Monkhouse, and Rosie immediately corrects him with the spelling of Monkhouse.
I haven't heard that phrase for years. You can't spell for toffee.
Ian, you slags, don't make me break out the rubber gloves. I'll give up, Rosie, you can't spell for toffees. Which is, I don't like Everton. As in, do you mean Everton mints or toffees?
I thought Everton Rangers were like bum chum clubs.
Everton was slap Rangers. Spanish. Yeah.
I'm still going to mail my Rangers jersey to Rosie, but we'll have to figure out how to do that.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I've been to the Dominican Republic, says Russ Morgan.
You have now.
It's on the same island as Haiti.
That's true. It's true, it is.
The Haitians
Sam Greenwood is
nasty gangs there.
Oh.
We've got a new pronunciation for Sam Greenwood's name. It's Assho. And Bum Chum. I don't even know why he says that, but Bum Chum. Anyway. So, may have got a little bit of content for this particular win. For example, this is my interpretation of Leeds United at Bramall Lane. Just setting fire to the whole place. Anyway, we've also got Daniel Farke giving out discipline to Chris Wilder. But my personal favourite...
He had a pacifier in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. It's the little details that are the important thing in memes. But Ben did send me one as well, which is basically Chris Wilder with a packed lunch made out of the ham sandwich that he looks like. And obviously we don't
He's carrying his jacket.
Have another look. Let's have another look. Yep, carrying his jacket. Because Wilder can't be trusted. I don't hate that, John. And as he won't shag him away from his 4 legs. Fucking hell. 2 legs good, 4 legs is better. We're learning new things about Jimmy every week. Rosie tries so hard, bless her, deserves a badge with a little bow on it. Although the table is now changed, I still think it's worth putting us up, where basically this was the table on Monday night, to which a Sheffield United fan was like, oh my god, this enormous man of Solomon will devour us all. Because he looks really massive next to the table. Anyway, but one of my personal favourites that I may have had something to do with putting together / stealing would be you need 2 points to catch us, and to show you we're serious, you now need 5 points to catch us. Fat Tony from The Simpsons. Anyway, what's going on? What's he saying? Ha, Rosie. You not read Animal Farm, Tom? I've heard of a video about Animal Farm.
Watched it.
It's pretty funny that I'm reading 1984 right now.
Is it good?
1984, yes.
Only bitches for Sam. He's straight, according to her. You know Animal Farm isn't a porno, right?
Yes, Rosie, yes. It also is a porno.
I'm sure there is.
I was making the obvious joke that almost certainly is one. Yes, Rosie, because we know George Orwell wrote 1984, which John is currently reading. But he also wrote Animal Farm, which was then actually changed into a different kind of movie called Animal Farm of the same name. But anyway, what other nonsense? Oh, people were basically talking like we're already promoted, so I didn't think it was really unfair to see this, where it was basically like in an article called "The Premier League Perils Awaiting Leeds as Promotion Edges Closer," and then I couldn't help but think of Homer Simpson dressed as the Premier League, trying to wait Leeds to enter the room to get a pounding.
Where is that article from?
The BBC Sport website. It's basically they need to spend loads of money and spend it well.
But nobody takes news from the Paedophile Factory serious. So.
I will say slightly differently to Ben. Stevie Wonder doesn't need to read that article and tell you need to spend money in the Premier League. Or that you do need to spend money in the Premier League.
Well, you need to spend money correctly in the Premier League.
Yeah.
As
many years ago,
Manchester United are finding out.
They've spent too much money, though. Does Rosie know that Leeds are buying Rangers, Tom? Allegedly, that is going ahead. According to the Athletic. But obviously, in all truth, it's obviously the company that owns Leeds United are going to buy Glasgow Rangers. But it's a lot funnier to say Leeds are buying Rangers.
Are there any players on the Rangers that would fit in well with Leeds?
That would involve me actually watching them to know.
Well, let's ask Rosie.
Rangers presented by Red Bull, of course. Someone has commented underneath a video I uploaded of Bob Mortimer saying he looks like Bob Mortimer. Okay. Yeah, loads, John. And Leeds will pose out a contract, sir, in the summer. But that will lead into a segment. We do have a new segment. Show's always evolving. And somehow, I mean, it's all Ben's ideas, to be fair.
Yeah, but the themes aren't.
John's caught me off guard with words. But Rangers players are all pish. I picked one at random for my delegation. It was animal. Hang on. It sounds like a part 2 to something he said earlier. Many years ago, I was babysitting for a mate. He had an extensive porn video collection. I was going to say connection. That's a weird thing to say. It is a less weird thing to say. I picked one at random for my delectation. It was Animal Farm.
What do you expect when you're going through a porn collection and there's a video called Animal Farm?
It's where loads of drugged up women have sex with horses and shit, man.
All right,
Sam,
we shouldn't be talking about that stuff.
We really shouldn't. But it's Sunday night, and I don't think the powers that be are remotely watching it to even know that we shouldn't be. So here we are, John. Here we are. But
we're just
Sam Green was.
We're not even a blip on their radar, John. I don't think they're bothered.
Not yet.
Saying that though, I imagine like Al Gore or something's going to get a Secret Service agent walk up to him and go, "Someone mentioned Animal Farm on a Leeds United podcast," and we'd be like, "That calls for a celebration."
The porno version.
Yeah. Well, he'd go, which version?
Right.
It's called the Grace McEwen Methadone Clinic League. Obviously, the Scottish Premier League. That took a very animalistic turn. For the people that don't sit and watch this on a Sunday night, you don't know what you're missing. And dare I say, arguably, it might even be for the better for people of a certain, I don't know what the right word is, gentle flowers of human beings, let's just say.
It's definitely not the place if you walk.
Definitely not. Ian, what did you expect to see when you selected a dodgy movie called Animal Farm?
Exactly.
Very
how do you get the chat on the side here when I'm not an administrator?
Private chat and then comments. Are you on big screen? You need to shrink your screen to small.
I'm on an iPad.
Right. You don't need to be on a large screen.
Okay. No big deal.
I've never actually used it on an iPad.
I've never used it before.
Apple product in my life.
Really?
No, really haven't.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, I'm one of these people. Like, if I buy a product and it works fine, I tend to not deviate from it.
I don't blame you. See,
you should have a comment section just below it all, John. On YouTube. Are you on the YouTube? Yeah, on the iPad.
The mistake I made was I bought an iPhone back in the day, and I just stuck with it because all of the, the microphones and all of the wires are the same. So I don't want to change. You haven't got
to buy extras or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Our dark the term is like you're
suckered into it.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, suckered in.
Suckered in. I mean, I wouldn't dare say anything like that about you, John. But,
that's the iPhone, and the chat's just about there. So if I press the chat,
but was arrived.
Is that on YouTube though, Ben?
That's on YouTube, yeah.
Oh, because I'm in StreamYard.
Are you on the StreamYard?
Yeah.
You should just go onto the small screen.
There are some choices down below. It says chat, but when I hit that, the video pops out and it's just the chat. There's no video.
Yeah, it should say comments next to it to the right.
Right, let's see.
Sevco was so bad at the minute they've resorted to giving each fan 2 Valium and a pint.
At the top of the chat, it should say private chat and comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only showing the comments. It's not showing you, like the three of us on screen.
I see what you mean. Yeah. When I do it on my phone, I have to have one or the other. I can't have both.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, like
who's Joseph Fritzl is that's Colonel Ward.
I'm not so sure it is. I believe it might be Entry or Alter Ego, but I'm not gonna want to get into like who is who. I just think.
It's his alter ego, Ward Colonel.
I think they're 2 different people, to be honest. But
okay.
I don't get why he can't come in as himself. But still, I'm not, but still. Who won the last Celtic Rangers game? Apple products are trash, according to Spencer. And hi Nels, hope you're well, referring to Sam Greenwood, who replied immediately with hi Krusty Socko, El Krusty Socko. How's the amateur Mexican wrestling going? Bit Jimmy with onions did. At least away fans will go to next old firm. The videos weren't locked up, so it wouldn't have been to write the titles of the porno. Rangers are so bad they're hanging out Valium, but we beat Celtic 3-0. Fair point, fair point.
How did you get on in the other games against them?
Comment for Joseph. 3-0 in your cup final. Rangers just got pumped at home versus St Mirren and How I Met Your Mother. Well, said we lost and couldn't score once. It's been well signed to Mr. Tom's come over just thinking of a wrestling name for him to come up with any ideas. By the way, mate, the mate was a Scum fan from Leeds. Makes sense. He owns
and he was a mate. He was a mate. Terrible choice of mates.
Ben did send me a photograph highlighting a mildly important thing. At the 34 match stage in both seasons, obviously 19-20 and 24-25, Daniel Farke has achieved more points and goals.
Wow.
Than
That's
Marcelo
impressive.
Bielsa. It is. But it's in my opinion, and there's multiple ways you can look at it.
The only way I asked the question to look at it in a fair way is, do you think that Bielsa with this team would have more points at this stage?
Yes.
I do.
The true important thing here is Daniel Farke's team that can't exist if Marcelo Bielsa didn't get promoted without the parachute payments.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did get promoted without the Premier League money. And so he only has the Premier League money to buy players and pay the wages with because Marcelo Bielsa did it with a infinitely worse football team. To give Bielsa his credit, but also it needs to be said that, in my opinion, Daniel Farke's Leeds United would absolutely wipe the floor with Marcelo Bielsa's version of Leeds United. It would decimate them.
Does any of Bielsa's 11 or 15, whatever you want to call it, get in this squad?
Pablo Hernandez would displace Brendan Aronson, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Junior Firpo would be at left back. Especially in the Championship.
Do you think Dallas gets in the squad?
Rafinha was with Bielsa, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that was the Premier League. We're talking the team.
Joined when he got
was
promoted.
in the Championship.
Yeah. Oh, if Rafinha was in the Championship, it would be absurd. Like, if he would have scored a lot of goals now, it'd probably increase by like 25%. What we got here? Tom does need a wrestling name. Samuel resigned to the fact your team haven't won the league since before my 20-year-old son was born. He'll be driving soon. Jog on.
Knock if you can't go.
But Rosie's only 28 years old. How can she have a 20-year-old son?
Scotland, John. Scotland.
Scotland.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Scotland. Hello, Mr. Zanzi. Big up, Tom. I'm trying to get all hip and youth-like, though the only hip I'm having is a replacement soon. Well, obviously, get well, Zanzi, in case that does remotely turn out to be true. But, hello, good evening, sir. He ran the movie quiz that I won. That's the thing. That's the thing that happened. So far, Rosie's wrestling name's just Pips yours, Anthony. Farke looks like Stephen Hendry in that photo. Let's double check this. The snooker player, Stephen Hendry. That's fair.
Scotland's
he actually does look like a snooker
sportsman.
Yeah, actually does. I'll give her a due. That's correct. True, Sam. Nothing's beating that name. Zanzi. Hi, Zanzi. Everyone's saying hello to Zanzi. He's a good guy, in all seriousness. Can anyone, apart from Rosie, name a Rangers player? Taverner, because he supports Leeds. I believe it's James Taverner.
Have they still got Roof?
No, because he's now at Derby County, who needs to go fuck themselves, of course. But he's with them on a...
What's the deal with Derby County? Why do you hate them so much?
I just don't like them. They are, no. Actually, that's not true. There's a very specific reason I don't like them. They are responsible for my worst night in football as a fan. And keep in mind that as a football fan, I've watched Leeds United lose 5-0 at home to Blackpool, lose 7-0 at Manchester City. I've seen some shocking Leeds United performances. But going 1-0 up at Derby County, against Derby County at Leeds, and then losing 4-1, we lost 4-2 on the night, didn't we?
Do you know what hurt me more?
Them celebrating.
Valencia. Just the manner of the cheating goals. And it was heartbreaking that when we went out in the semi-final at the Champions League. Yeah.
We'd beat Derby County in 3 matches that season, John. 3 times we'd beat them. And the one time they beat us, it was like, that's the real quiz. Go fuck yourself, Leeds United. Like, no, go fuck yourself, Derby County. We'll see you next year. Because you're not going to win the playoff final, because you suck.
Yeah, but what made that better was the next year they had to give us the Guard of Honour.
They did.
That made it up for all of that.
It does, but I'm still never going to forgive them for daring to try and win at Ellen Road. Joking. Rosie's bringing the fire, according to Russ Morgan. Rosie, haha. Sam Greenwood, you slag. And Tavernier, Butland, Baz's scum.
They should just get a room, them two. I don't think Scandinavia is all that far from Glasgow, is it? It's just a boat ride. The Vikings managed it.
If Leeds get promoted, you know what? I'll do this very quickly now. Ben, would you take... Oh, what's his name? The former Arsenal goalkeeper, now at Southampton.
Ramsdale.
No. Would you take him as goalkeeper?
No. I think we've got better keepers in line, to be honest.
Oh, that's true. Right, Rosie says she's 39. In Scotland, they're required to get pregnant before they finish grade school. Tom, can I have that £5 math giving you the quiz question answers? You cheeky fucker.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I'd give anyone a £5 if they really needed it, but
Rangers goalkeepers. Is that Jack Butland?
I think that's the case. If you're a virgin if you don't can dogs, Wayne Rooney likes to hang around all the hip joints, well, the replacement ones at least. Ian Drury, Jesus Christ.
And the blockheads.
A current
Did
Rangers
you see Wayne
player.
Rooney on BBC today? His fat tits in that top. God, he looked fat.
Pete Cushion, he's an octogenarian rammer. Butland, yeah. Zanzi. Well, I'm sure he's laughing at Zanzi. Zanzi doesn't play for Glasgow Rangers, I imagine. Who is Jack Butland? He used to play for Stoke, if I remember rightly.
Played for Leeds.
England. I played. Yes. See him again when it's. Keep that in mind for when Leeds play Stoke, basically, for question of the week. He'll obviously be the goalkeeper. Anyway,
when do they play Stoke?
Soon.
It's funny you say that because we've got an answer for that right here on 21st of April.
Oh, we got some time.
Sure. Yeah.
For anyone who wondered, yeah, that's the Leeds remaining schedule, but we'll go back to that later on.
So the last game is actually May 3rd?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because they obviously give enough time for the playoffs.
First 2 teams automatically get promoted?
Yeah. And then 3 to 6 playoffs, baby, which I do not want to be in.
No.
All right. Butland sucks. Makes Melier look like prime Nigel Martin. That's quite a claim, Jimmy. That's quite a claim. Rooney is younger than Ronaldo.
What is Ronaldo up to?
He's getting paid
He's
for
playing in
football.
Saudi Arabia.
He's
Is he?
playing football with kebab shop owners.
Yeah, playing against market stall.
And what does he have? Like
Vendors and
800
shit.
goals?
Sorry for the racism there.
800 goals. I don't actually know his stats there, but he got a hat trick at one point. It did turn out that the goalkeeper did own a kebab stall.
Just as fancy as Messi's stats are in the MLS.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah. Money talks.
But as we were talking about Bielsa and Daniel Farke, it is important to bring up what Russ Morgan did send in to me earlier today. Leeds United tweeted out on the 2019, January 2019, thanks, we prefer Domino's thanks. They don't take a week to deliver a tweet, to which Pizza Hut immediately responded with, bit rich coming from a club that hasn't delivered since 1992.
Ooh.
That's quite spicy. It's like, but what was Leeds United holding in our hands about 18 months later? That's right, silverware. Because we won.
18 months later, though? Right.
Pizza Hut, go fuck yourself.
Pizza Hut took a mass diving.
You guys have
shit. Your pizza shit and your cheese is probably going to kill people. Probably.
You have Pizza Huts there?
Yeah,
sadly, yeah.
Yeah, they're here too in Bucharest. All of those major, like KFC, are here. Yeah. Burger King, McDonald's, they're all over the place.
Shit, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all shit. April 28th. I've got some comments. 28th will be a hard game for Leeds.
Great when they first started out, and the restaurants actually served a purpose of community.
Apparently, Rosie said I have to be a Rangers supporter now, and all because I said pish once. Jeez. On last day, Plymouth. Yeah, all the games kicked. I mean, that happened last season, Jimmy. So that's why I'm not really that surprised. I feel sorry for the Leeds fans that are travelling down to Plymouth on the last day, but hopefully they'll get to see the trophy be raised or something like that. Pizza Scum Hut. Who won the Bucharest derby? It was goalless. No goals.
Was it?
Yep, 0-0.
Stour and Dynamo.
Yeah.
No.
Rapid Bucharest, I believe it is.
Oh, it was the third.
Yeah. But,
so
goalless.
So Rapid was. That's a good result for them.
That's a great result for them.
Yeah. Not
so hot for Stoya, who are top, but
or for betting in the dark, not so hot.
Yeah. No, definitely not. Although I was nearly right, and then Man City started playing.
No, all your picks were great in the beginning, and then the game started.
Yeah, exactly. That's fair. Question, John. What brand of cigar are you smoking?
These are, I think, Romeo and Juliet's.
Romeo and Juliet's. Cuban?
No. You can't buy a Cuban cigar in the U.S.
Oh, of course not. Silly of me.
But they do sell them here.
Oh, you can buy them in Romania?
Yes, you can. You just have to find the right one. The right place.
Gary has turned up with hello. How you doing, Gary?
Hello.
He got a response from Rosie with, hey, Rollins. That's what she calls him for some reason.
What's the deal with that?
I have no idea. I mean, I'll go along with it because I just like the word. But still. Rollins. Make sure you're smashing like and supporting the channel. Smash it like Rosie smashed Sam Greenwood up in that debate.
Well, like I said the other night, I liked this show so much I hit the like button twice.
You did. You should hit the like button multiple times. In fact, no, I was unfair on Sam there because I thought it was a very spirited debate and it was very funny. Gave as good as they both got. I thought the Cuba sanctions were lifted, John.
Not on cigars.
Mildred's been here since last Sunday. Like she didn't leave. My friend used to bring me Romeo and Juliet's back from Bratislava when he worked there. Getting ready to head back to Charlotte later tonight. Do you have a good time there? BX?
Oh,
BX?
BX was in Brooklyn. If I remember
He was in
correctly.
Brooklyn.
Yes, he was. He was in Sunset Park,
What?
which is not far from me.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You have a good time, sir. Where are we at on all this? Oh, for the benefit of anyone who remotely cares, is this was actually the statistics for the Leeds United win at Sheffield United.
Man, those are some great graphics.
I think they're really good. The person who did them borderline should be getting paid to do it.
Yeah,
He
we've got
won't
some
be, but
mugger
he
does
should
it
be.
for free, John. Some guy from Brooklyn.
Some fucking knucklehead.
Yeah, some schmuck, yeah.
Ah, nice. Good for you, BX.
I was in... Obviously, congratulations.
Yeah, it was in John's apartment.
He's
Rated in John's apartment. Hello, Gary. Gary was playing Inspector. He was snooping about the fact that Tom and I arrived in chat at the same time. Easy Rollins is a Denzel Washington character. That makes sense. Cuban scars are cheap as fucking Bratislava due to being a former commie shithole.
Really?
And then obviously goes, hello, Ian.
Come on, you Ian.
Shithole.
I think Ian should actually open an OnlyFans, but call it only Ian's. Maybe. Anyway. Oh, Ben sent me this as well. Anyone who wants a ticket for our last home game, join the queue now to avoid disappointment. It's not for me to say. I'm just posting it. Oh, 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. This is Ellen Road, the greatest place on earth.
Sell out.
Drinking all John's Budweisers. Can see John getting on the train tomorrow to Bratislava, seemingly. This is our lineup. Ben, is there anything you would have changed in hindsight?
Yeah, the goalkeeper.
Okay.
I would have put a carrier bag there.
Alex Mowatt's been through the wars, hasn't he, to be fair?
Yeah, he doesn't look the spring chicken that we had, does he?
He looks like someone who's played for West Brom for about 5 years, to be fair to him.
Who is that?
Spoiler.
Alex Mowat.
Yeah, he used to play for Leeds United.
Youth. He came through Leeds Youth Academy.
Back in the 30s?
Well, it looks that way, yeah. Not that long ago, to be honest.
Ian Hislop is too highbrow for OnlyFans. Is he too highbrow for only Ian's? And Tarak, how you doing,
Bielsa
sir? Good to see you.
Got rid of Mowat?
Nah.
I think
it might have been the season before. Could be wrong, but I'd be very surprised because he seems like the kind of player that Bielsa would have gone, I'm going to make you the best central midfielder in the league. And it not turn out to be the case, but still. Hineson naked. Who the hell is Ian Malombi? I hate that man. He scored against us last year. Sorry, Ben?
Ian Watkins is another bad Ian. A few bad Ians.
Question to the panel. Who is your favourite player, past and present? Julian Firpo.
Brian Leach. Ranger defenseman.
See? He didn't specify the sport, so it counts. Plus, if Director John wants to just change the entire sport to suit his love of ice hockey, we're changing it to suit his love of ice hockey.
Rod Gilbert was pretty good. That's Ben's jersey.
See? Thomas Brolin for Anders from Sweden.
They don't make jerseys like that anymore, do they, John? That's a proper jersey.
That is.
Yeah, keep you warm in winter. I bet you that. Obviously, this is our Leeds lined up. Pretty much the same as we line up every week.
That's even got the little clip bits in it for whatever. I don't know. The little tag things to put the
on the
and whatnot. Yeah.
On the back?
So, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I pulled this out of thin air because Ben sent me this. This is Leslie Bray. He was 99 years old and he passed away this week. he got a 10-minute applause before. He got an applause 10 minutes before kick-off. Ben, am I right in thinking he's famous because there was a viral video of him singing "Marching On Together" at a Leeds game?
Yeah, but it's more the point that he suffered. He was at late stage dementia, but that's one thing he never forgot was the lyrics to the song, and it went.
And he was the oldest. Was he the oldest?
He was the oldest
season ticket holder.
Season ticket holder, yeah.
Good for him.
So yeah, rest in peace. Thoughts to his family.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't strictly recite the part about him having Alzheimer's, I suppose, but
No, that's not your ignorance.
I will appreciate our stocked up on premium NYC cannabis. Back to the country, but no, I think it was Ben. It was right to send me this because he should be remembered, even if it is on a fairly tiny YouTube channel, of course. So obviously, rest in peace to him and his family. His family didn't die. I don't know why I said rest in peace to his family. That'd be a proper tragedy.
Yeah.
I couldn't even begin to fathom what happened, even though I just killed a family. While sat on YouTube on a Sunday
Just
night.
wished
Anyway.
it.
Yeah.
What strains have you got, BX?
Move on, Tom.
Yeah, let's move on to BX, because we missed a comment there by him. He's got some.
I'll
nice
end up
strains
digging
from New York
myself a
City.
bigger hole.
Exactly.
I will appreciate how I stocked up on premium NYC cannabis before I head back to the country.
Good man. What strains have you got?
I haven't smoked a joint in 20 years. 26 years now.
Come see me, John.
No. I have no
desire. No.
Just come see me anyway.
Brilliant. I made that comment before I knew he passed. I mean, to be fair,
I won't let
Rosie,
you go, John. Do you know if once you arrived at airport, I won't let you go. I'll be like, yeah, I've got him.
Amazing. Some runts and cush mints, Ben. Those are words to me, unfortunately.
Nice.
I know Ben knows what they mean because I look at his face.
Apple and banana and some South Beach.
Forbidden fruit too. Mr. Tom, have you done question of the week? Because I went for a piss, and it was a long piss, by the way.
No, we've not ever done mid-show question of the week.
I actually planned on mid-show question of the week being the thing you sent me earlier.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm planning on asking you it. And I suppose the Leeds United fans in the chat.
Yeah, cool. Well, even not, because it'd be nice to hear some opinions of what other people think of.
So obviously this is how we kicked off the game. Quite rightly, Junior Firpo was in the photo, so it's only fair that Leeds scored in 9th minute, and guess who it was? Junior Firpo's son.
It wasn't Patrick Bamford.
Imagine my shock that it wasn't Patrick.
The same sentence.
Tarek wants to know, are there any Leeds fans in the chat? Thanks, Rosie. Just type in that. Yeah, of course you are. So Firpo scores. Great header. Not as great as the one on Monday, but it was good. It was the header you sort of get from a left back when none of the defenders expect him to be in the 6-yard box. Because he's a left back and he shouldn't be anywhere near it. So they just didn't bother marking him, and they knew that was a mistake. But then, unfortunately, West Brom equalised, which I would say it was out of nothing, but it really wasn't, because they then started coming at us. So, half-time was 1-1, and then
full-time was 1-1.
Full-time was 1-1. So,
and we haven't spoke.
And, yeah, so we dominated a shot count, but by no means were they not good value for their draw, to be fair to West Brom. Because they could have come here and tried to get a 0-0 win.
Look, they could have won that, just be honest.
Yeah, they should have won it. Because, as I believe the Square Ball said it, one of the commenters on the Square Ball said it, in the fact that Joe Rodon happened to have a narcoleptic fit while chasing down a player in a one-on-one and then fell over and basically blocked the ball. It was really impressive, actually, to be fair to him. Firpo has scored more goals this season than Bamford has in his last 3 seasons. Bollocks to Bamford, boo boys. Who is Bamford? Who does he play for? Is that even a current player? Tack, are there just Leeds fans anywhere? Are there just any Leeds? Sansi, you should know that in any town you are in, there will be someone in that town that supports Leeds United.
There's at least one in Bucharest.
And in London, it's me.
I could quite happily say, right, that Bamford doesn't start up front for the Dominican Republic.
Is that because he's not from the Dominican Republic?
No, let's say he was. He doesn't start up front ahead of Firpo.
Or even Haiti.
That must be cool playing for them, because all their World Cup qualifiers are in that region. So it's just like a Caribbean holiday.
He gets a 2-week holiday. Yeah.
That's cool.
100% right, Ben. It's a nice gig if you can get it, and he managed to get it. So I suppose at this point, I'm going to bring up the referees, or the segment as we call it, the twat in black. David Webb was the referee against Sunderland, Sheffield United.
Is there a theme for that?
Twat in the black.
He looks like his head got stuck halfway out of his mother.
I do like Leeds fans. I like Man United fans as much as Gooners do. As in, we don't. But yeah. Obviously, the referee for yesterday's game was Farah Halam. I thought he was fine. I know he'd square ball.
He was fine, apart from he could have booked 2 players, one either side. I liked how he decided to dispense with the rules of football, as in, I'm going to give free kicks for people pushing each other over, but my cards are being stapled to the inside of my pocket. Yeah, not everything's a booking. Not everything's a booking. And what I did like is, he didn't book that. I can't remember who it was, but he didn't book their player, and then we identically later on the same. It was a cynical foul, and he was fair to that, and ours was maybe slightly worse. So it was consistent, and that's all you can ask, is the referee's consistent. If he's shit, at least let him be shit for both teams. Do you know?
I mean, the fact of the matter is, if we gave away a silly free kick leading to their goal, that's on us to just don't do the thing that gave away that free kick. Because he's already made the stall out. He set a stall out that if someone gets bumped and falls over, it's probably going to be a free kick. So don't bump someone so they fall over. But
yeah, he was all right.
Yeah, I personally, like even during the game, I was like, I'll be very surprised if we're sitting there slating this referee, because I don't think he was. There's been much more offensive referees this season in the Championship.
The referee before him,
David Webb.
Yeah, but even him, right? He was a great referee, and you did notice him. But I just feel in the midst of what was going on in the game and the importance of the game and how it unfolded, you didn't really hold anything against him. You just accepted we weren't getting anything. Let's just get on with it.
Yep. That's the key reason why we won the game. None of the players put on their boo-boo
you've
face.
Been sat fuming at him, you know, and it didn't affect me in that way.
I'll give you an example of I think it's a great example of why we won the games, because we just got on with the game. Right, like, even as an example, when Rosie was like, in the chat, for example, I think that was a penalty. And I could have sat there gone, that's definitely a penalty, it's definitely a penalty. But then that doesn't change the contest. Me thinking it's a penalty or not, and getting upset over it, doesn't actually filter through to the Leeds United players to try harder.
No. But there is times when you have got upset over it. But
there are times I have.
Yeah.
There are. But, like, Crystal Palace played Leeds in the Premier League and Patrick Bamford got called offside for pointing where he wanted the ball. They've obviously changed the rules since then, so you tend not to get punched for that. But in that moment, I knew he was going to lose that game, because I knew those players were going to put on what I call the boo-boo face, as in, no matter what happens, we're definitely going to lose because VAR's against us kind of thing or whatever. And it's like, you might as well just go home at that point. And then 10 seconds later, Crystal Palace scored, for example, if I remember rightly. I'm exaggerating, it weren't 10 seconds, probably like 5 minutes or something like that. But that's the difference is Leeds United at Sheffield United did not do that. We did get the penalty, it was like, well, we're still going to try and score. And eventually, if you do push us over, it will be a penalty. Well, presumably, because David Webb may have bet on 1-0 to Sheffield United. That's not confirmed. In fact, that's made up by me just now. Anyway, that being said, I think we should move over across to a segment we are going to call Question of the Week.
It's the mid-show question of the week.
It's the mid-show question of the week. Anyway, this week's mid-show question of the week is basically sent in by Ben. It's a game we're going to call Keep, Bench or Sell. The rules of the game are quite simple. I'm going to put up a photo of a Leeds United player, and I need people to tell me, are we going to keep him, bench him, or sell him? Presumably upon promotion is the intention of this, Ben.
And you can have with certain players / loan.
Of course. The answer is 42. The answer is Lembit Lopik.
Who would always answer the question? It would be 21 or 1921.
Anders like putting that
Right.
1921, I believe. Ilya Gruev, Ben.
You've gone in reverse order. That's cool.
I have because the one in the actual order, or I'll send in the order. You'll see why I've gone in this order.
Oh God. Ilya Gruev, personally, for next season, if we go up, bench.
Okay. Max Verber. Keep, sell,
Shoot.
or bench? Shoot.
Shoot. Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. James DeBio. This is a person.
I'm going sell because I do think that if he was going to break through, he would have broke through already at this level. So
What I would say is going to be very similar to another player we've got on this list. I would loan him to the Championship.
yeah.
Loan him to a good team in the Championship. Like, don't send him to like Derby County in the Championship if they survive. Like actually someone where it's like he will actually get a good football education as such. Wilfried Nonto.
Can I change Verber then? Can we loan him to someone like Shamrock Rovers?
Absolutely. Wilfried Nonto.
I'd keep him.
I think he's already going to be. I think there's already agreement in place to actually sell him, in my opinion, but I don't know that for a fact. That player is going to, in that first player, his body's going to grow into the size of his head. Keep. Let's have a look at the first player. Oh, Gruev, his head is like a lollipop, presumably. Isaac Schmidt.
I'd sell.
It would depend on the offer. But I don't think you get that many offers because he's not really shown what he can do.
No.
But when he has played, I don't think he's played particularly well.
No,
Again,
I don't think he's done anything
not
wrong.
enough to displace Junior.
Yeah. But not enough
Bite your
opportunity
tongue.
to see if he can displace Junior, do you know? So on that basis, if we're not using him in this league, there's no point using him in the other league.
So Isaac Schmidt, sell. Bench Schmidt, a good potential. Sam Byram.
I'd have to let him go because of his age, and he's a good utility player to have in years, secure backup. But I just feel that if we're going up, there's a different level of pace and winger that he'll be facing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel that we can get a lot better in.
I think we should keep him purely in the way that, like, we've got Josh Skilivogi here, as a vibes man, like as someone that's been here a long time, but not necessarily all the time.
Bamford.
Exactly. Take all the buttons off his shirt. What's he got? What are we doing? Anyway, Cole Darlow.
You got to sell him, haven't you? Or give him away, or whatever it is.
I don't think you're getting any money for him.
I think Wrexham would probably pay money for him.
Do Leeds have players called Isaac Hunt and Warwick Hunt? I see what you've done there, Mr. Zanzi. Refill his ice tray. Al Tanaka.
Keep.
I'd sell him.
No, I want to see what his level is.
Reason I put sell, and if we do not get promoted, I'd definitely sell him, because then that's the only way you actually get to have another crack at promotion, is by getting them, and he's the most profitable player. Clearly. Obviously, if we go up, that's different. That'd be you need to make me a serious offer that I can't refuse, or that man's playing midfield in the Premier League to see if he can play Premier League midfield. We have Itchy, Hunt, Zanzi.
I am going off the basis that we get promoted here, not if we're on another season in the Championship.
Yeah, understood. But if we didn't, which I don't think is likely, I would sit there and think, like, who can actually help us fund another crack at this? Does he come with a cream, Jimmy? Joseph, this is a loan to the Championship, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Because in case it does turn out that we have got it wrong and he just got off on a bad foot or whatever.
I just don't want to see him go the way of Gelhardt, where it's a wasted talent.
Yeah.
Sat in limbo.
Speaking of wasted talent, largely Ramazani.
Has he done something wrong, do you think?
I don't know.
I thought the game was crying for him yesterday. But he's not getting a sniff, is he? He's not getting a sniff. Well, at least Nonto's getting his 10 minutes, but...
Is it because this lad is doing exceptionally well?
I don't know, because for me, right, you swap his Nonto for James, Ramazani for Solomon, and he brought Nonto on for Solomon twice.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that he's fallen out of favour, or I don't trust Ramazani.
Sangre is the face of Canna Stan. Or Kane Stan.
So for that, I would sell him.
Fair enough. So you'd sell Solomon or would you buy Solomon?
I'd buy Solomon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't give Tottenham 30 million for him though.
No. I think 15's his ceiling for me.
Yeah.
But I also want some serious competition for him as well.
Speaking of serious competition, he's the only player in our team that doesn't have any serious competition, it seems.
And he's bon voyage, in my opinion, when we get promoted. Well, either or. I'd get with both. If we stay down, he's someone that you can get a few million for.
Give him a piggyback. That's very funny. Buy Solomon for sure.
He's not done his stock bad this season. He's had a steady season, not many mistakes. I know it's only at a certain level, but I'd say he's upped his stock from where it was when he came back. So you're gonna recoup about 10 million for him, I think, minimum.
Oh, you're definitely making an FFP loss on him.
Yeah.
Just are. Which we.
But I've already think we've accounted for that anyway. So.
Yeah. Bench. Play him at chess. Aronson much improved, but bench or sell. Joel Peru.
I'm going to bench him.
Is he leading in goals?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's done enough for me. He's done enough for me over the last 2 seasons in goal productivity, where I think he deserves some crack at it to see what level he's really at. Because look, he can finish, and I do think that he could be an asset coming off the bench.
Right.
If we need a goal.
Where are we at? Daniel James.
Bench.
Okay. I think he should be there already, and not because he's not well, because I think he's such a weapon at coming off the bench, which for some reason we don't make use of. But Joe Rothwell, permanent buy?
No.
I don't think we should buy him.
I think he's one of them, the opposite of what you said earlier, the merry-go-round. I think he's the one that goes to the team that gets promoted. And then
why do all the players' heads are like so much bigger than their bodies?
He'll be back at Southampton or Ipswich.
Yeah.
Or Leicester. He'll be at one of them 3 next season.
Yeah, he seems to have carved out a nice little niche for himself where he's the big head of the Championship.
Very safe signing.
I know this sounds
it's going to be a point where someone's going to have to sign him, if you get me.
Yeah. Well, they'll get him for free because his contract will eventually run down at Bournemouth. Give him a Dido CD, and yes, boy, John is right. The photos are shocking.
Every now and then, I'm right.
Every now and then.
I actually did my own on a few though, because there was a few missing.
Yeah. It was awesome. Joe Rodon, obviously, he's one of the shining stars of this season. In a lot of shining stars. I'd argue he needs a crack at the Premier League as a starting centre back.
He starts for me, but he starts against someone good, with someone good.
Yeah, with this guy, presumably.
No, bench.
Starts with this guy.
No, because he's not a central defender, is he? Back.
You mean we should buy another central defender?
Yeah.
Okay. The real question, Junior Firpo.
Oh, why are you even putting him there?
20-year contract, captain, honorary ambassador.
Lifetime contract.
Yeah, lifetime ambassador. His dad should be an ambassador. His dad should be made club president.
Yeah. I agree with everything Ben just said in the last 32 seconds. Maybe Leeds players are related to Paul.
We should freeze his sperm so we can have one of his offspring for every single youth season.
I actually think go further. Have him cloned with 11 of them. 12, just in case. Just in case it's an effective clone. We've not mastered it yet. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, which is why I think we're better off chancing, like, we get loads of women volunteers, which I don't think they'd be short of, to father his offspring, his frozen sperm. And then
what was the movie with Michael Keaton?
Where they clone him?
They clone like, and every version after is like a bit dumber.
I sort of vaguely know what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, I saw that when it first came out, but it's not duplicity. It's like,
I think it is duplicity.
It could be.
The name Paul means small. Maybe the Leeds players are related to Paul from the film of the same name, big heads and small bodies. In fact, let's go. There's 2 more. Jayden Bogle.
Yeah, keep him.
I would not play him in the Premier League. Well, I would not play him.
I think what you're looking at with him is, I sort of agree a bit with KG here, as he was in a shit team with a shit defence, and I don't think he's had a proper crack at it. I think he's better than what Sheffield United made him out to be in the Premier League.
Yeah, because some of
it
their
was his
parts
first
of the Premier
crack
League
at
level was not good.
And it was his first crack at it, so he's obviously he's had a year at it. You know, I think he'll be with a bit better defence. So give him a crack. Maybe not as a starter, but
that's it.
Maybe to win his place.
Multiplicity was the answer. Thank you, Zanzi. And obviously, I've been left with the last one. Ben knows what the last one is, but I'm still going to put it up for the benefit of everyone else. Ben, bench, sell, or keep Ilan Meslier.
Sell to the North Koreans.
You didn't have Bamford in there.
Oh,
there's no need. Did I put Bamford? Did I send Bamford?
You did. I skipped over it. I went Piru to James
good.
for some reason. Oh, there he is. It's Pat. His head looks the same size as his body.
He looks like Gavin Schiff.
I think we should give him a 5-year contract. And
you want to keep Meslier or Pat?
Pat. No.
It's got to keep with Pat. Piggyback to Pyongyang, I believe.
He can give Meslier a lift to North Korea. If he gets home, he gets home. If he don't, he don't.
So, as part of the Mr. Tom mid-show question of the week, obviously we thank Ben for basically putting this together. So, awesome.
Didn't we used to do something like that on the stoop? I think we had a segment like that once.
I think we've done it once.
That might have been in the post-season.
Could be.
Maybe. Before we get on to the meme nonsense for the evening,
they've really slacked off on the stoop with no more quizzes. They pissed me off. No more videos outside. Those were great.
It got lazy, didn't it? It got lazy.
They got lazy. I keep bothering them, but they don't. Bastards. Now there's no more stoop. He has to move.
Bring back
Where's he
the
moving?
Quiz.
He's the owner of the. There's new owners of his building, so he's kind of got to move by July. Oh, you didn't know?
Is he staying? No. Is he staying in Brooklyn?
He doesn't know yet. But Friday was the last show from down the basement.
He did mention that at the start, but obviously I wasn't there at the end to actually hear the rest of that. But
yeah, that's for him to decide. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
For the benefit of anyone else, this is how the results for the weekend shaped up as such. Oh, sorry, Ben, didn't mean to cut you off. You was going to say something.
No, I just said bless him.
Yeah. Of course, we wish the best for Lolo and his family in this situation. This is how the state of play is as of right now in the Northumberland Disabled League, according to Sam Greenwood, which is otherwise known as the Championship. This is our Leeds United.
How many points do they have?
76.
Can't tell with that little logo there.
Bear with me a second. Do you mean without that logo?
There you go. So we're in good shape.
The guy who did the league table, he should have shrunk it a little bit. But anyway.
Yeah, but if it's shrunken, then you can't really read it too well.
What you get for bottom dollar,
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, right, so obviously the upcoming matches.
Oh, all of a sudden he shifts gears and takes that down. He doesn't want to hear about paying people.
He's
learned very well from Lolo.
I've picked up a few tips, as in how to dodge.
As soon as money is mentioned, you just move on.
He's a bookie, for fuck's sake. Of course he knows how to dodge paying people.
100% true, actually. I was in the after show chat for the first time in many months. How'd that go, Ian? I would beat Millwall because they can go fuck themselves, in the word of Mr. Tom. Thank you very much, Anthony. Not liking Coventry doing so. I mean, they're probably going to get promoted in the playoffs.
I'm loving it, right? Because Frank's going to be known as the Wembley failure and finishing sixth. That's what he's going to be known for, finishing sixth and getting to Wembley and getting beat. So long may it continue.
I hope you're right. So what do we do next?
So, Tom, what time is the game going to be London time next Sunday?
Midday. So for you, it'll be 2 p.m.
Or 12?
12
o'clock.
Kickoff, Ben. 12.
Yeah, so 2 p.m. for you.
Yeah. It'll be finished by 4 for you and 2 for us.
Okay, so I'll have plenty of time.
Yeah.
And for anyone who wondered, sorry, let me find it properly. Just for the benefit of anyone who cares about this kind of thing. The FA Cup was played over this weekend, and it started on Friday. There was games today.
Do they play home and away?
Nah, just one-off matches.
Oh, so this is whoever won advances?
Oh, it's on ITV. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it will obviously have tomorrow night is going to be Ipswich at Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup. And I know they did the draw, and the only one I can remember is that Preston are playing Aston Villa in the quarter-final. Other than that, I don't know who else drew each other. I'm surprised Man City didn't get Preston. But it is what it is. And for anyone who wondered, this is the Leeds United run-in.
The graphics card could have made it a bit bigger. You can hardly read it.
Yep. It's the pay scale. When I get paid more, the graphics get bigger.
See.
So it's pay to read, is it?
What's that say for Bremner's Ghost times listed? Yeah,
we played them yesterday, sir. Mr. Zanzi played them yesterday.
Can we get onto the perfect February that I predicted anyway?
I may have something for that, sir. So, for argument's sake, this is the predictions game that we have running. And someone, let's just say with a 3-letter for first name, may have got all 5 correct.
Tom?
That person is not Mr. Tom.
Oh.
No, his first name's only 2 letters.
Mister.
It's clever.
What was the score of that first game?
7-0.
Oh, hang on. So I've got a thing for that. How do I have a thing for that? Sorry, what?
Still a hell of it.
There you go.
7.
I'm taking Rosie's place.
7. I think that's 7 times. Benjamin, Thomas. Anyway, so let's go on for the month ahead, which we're already wrong on. Because I thought Leeds were going to sweep the board again. But
both of you.
I got a bit cocky too.
That's why you put Melier down there.
Awesome, in all seriousness. Who wants to do the question of the week at this point? And when I say who wants to do the question of the week, it's a rhetorical question because I'm just going to put it up.
We're doing
anyway.
it.
So, without further ado, it's time for the Mr. Tom question of the week.
Jingle.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear the theme song.
Did you not add it? It was in my ear.
Question of the week. Anyway, this week's question of the week is: who are the lucky individuals that have played, emphasis on lucky, that have played for both Leeds United and West Bromwich Albion? Your initials are DS, MD, KB, CW, SG, JG, AM, JT, TR, BT, RH.
Thomas Ross.
Correct. Hear a siren. That's the police coming for Sam.
I heard the siren as well.
Correct. As
Probably out here.
My dad. It's the part where I usually just sit and enjoy a beverage while people fire out names, such as the correct answer of Chris White and the correct answer of Alex Mowat. Johnny Giles is correct.
Simon Grayson.
Rupert Hare. Tyler Roberts is correct. I'm not sure if Simon Grayson is. Let me check my cheat sheet. I know it's not Simon Grayson purely because I remember who it is, and it's a very League One kind of name.
Junior Gerpo.
Correct, it is Junior Gerpo.
Junior Turpo.
Yeah, correct. Bart Timpsons. Kenny Burns. Martin Dickinson. Hang on a minute.
Senior Gerpo.
Mr. Anthony Herbert, you are correct. For some reason, it is Martin Dickinson. Kenny Burns. Jambalaya Goodfellows. Tyro. Mid-dump. Bunia Turpo. Rampant Hardon.
Cunha Werpo.
Midge, that guy got me. Jerome Thomas.
Dog shit.
Jerome Thomas is correct. Why do Mr. Herbert? Krusty Waldo. Throw ramps. Maybe too much, but Rudolph Hess. I'm mad. Sorry. Abysmal Minge. Cunha Burpo. Siwoo. Senior Gerpo. That fucking sent me. Correct for Chris White. Anthony, seeing as you quite obviously have the cheat sheet, can you just finish it off for us? Ruin your herpo. Johnny Giles, correct. Bark Tiduka. Right hand. Jam Gash. Try Robin.
I think I answered last week. JG was Jizz Guzzler.
Which was correct, clearly. Justin Timberlake. Correct, probably. Kai Bosch. Micro Dick. Some would say some would say that's just a little guess. Rob Hulse, correct. Shite grapevines. Justin Timbersnake. My dad in defence. Sorry, my dad in defence. That's all I know, Mr. Tom. You're doing well, Mr. Herbert. Doing well. Alan Mittosh. Chlamydia Warrior. Kick Bunions. I'll give you all a further minute and then I'll just put the answers up. Anders' mother, for some reason. Rusty Hammock. Bert Takarak. Fucking hell. Rosie's Hill. That's actually quite good.
Rosie's Heart.
Rosie's Hemorrhoid.
Rosie's Hat.
Rosie's Hemorrhoid, also known as Sam Greenwood.
Sam Greenwood.
Sam Greenwood.
I mean, SG is clearly Sam Greenwood. Rosie's Hamstring. Knob Bugler, and Rosie's Haggis. Right, okay. Spencer's Giraffe Neck. So I'd like to award points to Pincushion, Anthony Herbert, Tarak, of course, Pincushion, obviously, Brenman's Ghost, and Rosie all put in good performances on this one. And Zanzi did something that did make me laugh with Ramping Hard On, I suppose. And Chris Nick straight in there with Juicy Tits. Kasama Bin Lard out. Right, that's it. The game is closed. That's the last one. Impressive.
Damn.
Impressive. The answers are David Stewart, Martin Dickinson. He did take your suggestion on board, John. Cole Bartley, who was very good yesterday, to be fair. Chris White, Sean Gregan. As I said, very League One. What was wrong with Cunningham Wobblebutt? Did you actually type that?
I'm sure that's copyright from Harry Potter.
It didn't come up when you did. It may have triggered a swear word or something, but no, it doesn't. I couldn't find it, but still. Anyway, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Johnny Giles, Alex Mowat, Jerome Thomas, Tyler Roberts, Bob Taylor, and Rob Hulse. I wonder if Bob Taylor knows Bob Monkas. So close with Justin Trouser Snake. So close. You nearly had it. You nearly had it. If only the transfer had gone through at the time. Anyway, that being said, what have we got here on the docket? Actually, to be fair, I think it might be time for the dipshits. The dipshits.
Oh, before you get into that, let me... I think I have 1% power, so I'm going to bolt out of here.
No problem.
All right, Joe.
All right, man. Good seeing you guys.
Pleasure,
Thank you for your help on this, John.
All right, sounds good. See you later, everybody.
Take care, mate.
Have a good night.
All right, bye. Bye.
Did you just say Bob Bunkass? I probably did. And Bree, hashtag. Budget Airline. See you, John. So, the dipshits we have. Andy Hinchcliffe, man. Shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. From SFC Dan. Great. Andy Hinchcliffe. Where's that mute button? Is there a man who loves the sound of his own voice more than Andy Hinchcliffe? You'd think he'd won multiple Ballon d'Ors, but he was dog shit. and he still is dog shit as a co-commentator. Can we please have the option of just crowd noise at Sky Sports Football? I say it every time, but Andy Hinchcliffe should be banned from commentating on Blades games. The man can't stand us and can barely hide his disdain. Always looking for the negative knob from Molly de Wally de Honk. What man? Andy Hinchcliffe, just shut the fuck up, you absolutely useless twat. If Don Goodman says growing in confidence one more fucking time, from Cornish Leeds, it's normally Don Goodman and his blatant hatred towards his former club there. That does seem to be a lot of dislike towards the mighty Red and White Wizards, because I believe he was commentating Sunderland game the night before on Friday. Sky Sports Football employs two of the worst co-commentators in the world of football punditry. Andy Hinchcliffe and Don Goodman are absolutely useless. They are stealing money for a living. Could Don Goodman salivate over Leeds anymore, says this obvious West Brom fan called Robert J. Palmer. John Legend, take care. Bremner's Ghost. How about Navy? My poo's pug. My pug's poo is better, much better than Andy Hinchcliffe. Oh, what we got here? Sorry. Andy Hinchcliffe as Barry Bannon's PJs. He's as bad as Ty from Arsenal Fan TV. Andy Hinchcliffe is such a poor commentator. The amount of championship games he does and spent all night tonight waiting for VAR to get a final decision on things. No VAR in the championship. Surely he knew this fact before the game started. But I have a bonus for you all, because that's not the end of the dipshits. Because we've got a very special Blue Sky edition of the dipshits. It's Ben versus Andy Hinchcliffe. The dipshits. Ben versus Andy Hinchcliffe. Take it away, Ben.
So these are from the alternate of X minus Elon Musk, called Blue Sky. So Michael Oates has tweeted, or I don't even know what it's called, butterflied. It's a bad weekend for Sky. So far, ain't it? We won last night. Most of the pundits have played for Sheffield United Wednesday, and now Leeds not winning either. I can hear the expletives from Curtis Davis and Andy Hinchcliffe from here. And I think there was a follow-on. Our thoughts are with Andy Hinchcliffe at most of these difficult times. Pretty much a back five for Sunderland now, says Andy Hinchcliffe. A full 5 minutes after we made substitutes and switched to a definite back five.
I'll read that in a second, Nancy.
Andy Hinchcliffe talking about Sunderland's second goal at full time. Oh no, they're saying boo. Earns, boo, earns.
And it will no doubt cut to Hans Moman going, I was saying boo earns. One of the best scenes I ever did. Anyway,
I'm going to think this is Andy Hinchcliffe. Was an experiment by a team of rogue accelerationists to see if they could bring Hitler back to life, teaching Andy Samberg how to say the N-word. Very controversial.
It really is.
When I grow up, I want to be as perfect, as utterly perfect as Andy Hinchcliffe, says Amit whatever he is.
Amit Hura, I'm guessing. So thank you for that, Ben.
It's not a problem. We need to get you on Blue Sky.
I'm already on too much shit as it is. I'm trying to get off of stuff.
Leave X, everybody.
I kind of need it for my wrestling slides, but spoiler. Yeah. Anyway,
they'll soon be on Blue Sky. Spoiler.
Sounds like a Korean footballer Harrow Beverly Oddie. My name, I just realised what he said. My name is Bugs Boo. Zanzi. And please tell us why. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for everything this week, apart from the Sunday roast. Sunday roast. Ben, in this week's How Much Is His Food Cost in Footballgram, we're at Wembley. For the hospitality section, how much do you think they charge for this steak, chips and peas at Wembley?
£150.
You're 1-0.
Yeah, I went there when we played Watford, and it was £10 for a slice of pizza then.
Fucking hell. £35? £35? £85? I'm only going by the place I nicked this from and what they say is. And I can totally believe it is accurate because food is fucking extortionate. At Wembley's hospitality, allegedly, this steak, chip and peas costs £1,449. That cannot be true. But just saying what it said. £135. Fuck that. Absolutely. Yeah. It's far too undercooked for a start.
It looks like pate with like some burnt mushroom or something on top of it.
Yeah, it looks like they've put like an Oreo biscuit on top of a bit of steak.
Yeah.
But
and there's some vol au vents at the side of it.
Yeah, calling this peas is generous. I went to Disney on Ice last week, paid £30 for 2 popcorns. Hence why I can justify this may actually be true. It's minced rare steak. Is it caviar on top? There has to be for £1,000. But still. Anyway. Just randomly. Delete one of these clubs forever.
It's quite easy.
Like Manchester United, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. But Zanzi's going to type Manchester United or Tottenham, I suspect. Oh, Chris Nixon said Arsenal. Rosie said, if anyone's interested, I can make this for £900. That's discount, by the way. And Manchester United, because you wouldn't be so obtuse as to say United on a Leeds United podcast. We're not a podcast.
To my restaurant where it's $8.99, $899, and you get free peas.
Free as in free, or literally free the number. You get free piece like spooned onto the plate
and smashed.
Yeah. At steak and chips at Wembley for the UEFA Champions League final last year. Mushy peas like they are up north. £100 plus discount. That's fair. That's more than fair. So readers Manchester United. I've got this story here. It really does amaze me how a lad who drinks 9 pints of Stella, 4 vodkas, 4 tequila slammers and 4 J-bombs will round it off with a curry and rocks up on a football pitch at 10 a.m. in the pissing rain can swing a corner in, yet a player earning 90k a week who plays football professionally cannot. Yeah. Steve Cooper, he won the Under-17 World Cup with England. He won 44 out of 46 games, 68%. He led Swansea to consecutive playoff appearances with a 45% win rate. After 23 years, he took Forest from 24th in the Championship to the Premier League won 38% of his games, survived ahead of Leicester City. But yeah, let's employ Ruud van Nistelrooy because Cooper's shit. Bad decision. Bad decision. Nothing like 3 peas. 3. Throw in a tin of marrow fat peas. Those are words. I don't know what they mean, but it's presumably something about peas.
You get marrow fat peas and garden peas.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. That shows my
the two variations in a tin, I think.
Yeah. Obviously, this this reminds me of the time that Benik Phoebe, the Stoke City striker, I believe they paid a lot of money for him, like 10 million or so, maybe even 18. Don't know. He said to a fan named Ryan Williams, all jokes aside, I would actually do you in. To which Ryan wrote back, I'd hide in the back of the net. You'd never even find me. Right, yeah. Lovely. Sam Greenwood goes to Cobblers to get his trousers ordered. Oh my god. Where has he gone? He must be shattered, obviously, because of the wrestling last night. Marrow fat are God's version of peas. You all know about peas more than I do, clearly. Marrow fat peas are used to make mushy peas. I'm clearly not the peas man. Anyway, do you know there's a television deal that's been struck to show the Premier League in North Korea? There are 5 rules apparently to have this. Matches will not be broadcast live. Gee, imagine that. And will be re-edited. Each match will be shortened to 60 minutes instead of the full 90. All English text visible in the stadium will be covered with Korean graphics. Any footage featuring South Korean players will be removed. And any scene displaying LGBTQ plus symbols will be edited out. That no doubt was going to go wonderfully well for them. Their editors are going to be very busy, I presume. Last time I got drunk, I had 15 pints, 10 J-bombs, 12 G&Ts. When I was leaving, I had a quick vol event. Next morning, I was really sick. Must have been the vol event. Must have been. They are tack. Close second are Bird's Eye Garden Peas. Got to be careful with the damn prawns, Anzi, and I approve of number 5. Fair enough, Ian, but I'm not really going to speak on it. They're gaining on us. I'm scared. Rangers are scared. Somehow. I mean, it's just a matter of time before they get 55, isn't it? Leicester City are doing so well lately, Ben, that even San Marino have requested to play a morale-boosting friendly against them in the summer. I think it might turn out really well for San Marino. The camera have special tech to change advertising boards for each foreign broadcaster. That's interesting to know. Thank you, Chris. Why does Luka Modric look like he's just given birth to Ramos' baby? That's not PG. Speaking of Real Madrid, the Antony effect is in full motion. Funny how you leave Manchester United and you become fucking amazing. I was walking through Parkhead about 2 years ago. I walked by a guy who was absolutely pissed and smoking. He was talking to his pal and said, I don't know why I've got heartburn. It's awfully strange. It must have... Did you offer him your £900 meal? A discount, clearly. Modric looks like Cindy Bill. It's a fair take. Anyway. But speaking of that, obviously Anthony and Manchester United...
Cindy Bill take Sam Greenwood?
Could Cindy Bill batter Greenwood? She's trying to find how many different ways can I say yes. Jamie Carragher said, what Pep Guardiola has done at Manchester City right now is probably greater than what Alex Ferguson did at Man United, to which Homer Simpson's immediately like, no it isn't. I mean, I don't like Manchester United, but it's not. Because Ferguson had the most money, but he didn't have the oil money. He had the referees in his pocket, so that's very different, of course. Yes. The EPL has made a new rights deal with the EFL. So, of course, we're not the only ones to benefit from the new rights deal. Here we have our league executive presenting the 72 EFL clubs with a new bag of footballs. Which is, let's see what the chairman make of it. A new bag of balls. We're used to the Premier League taking the piss, but I was in Nam. I don't know why it made me laugh. I was in Nam. I just heard in my head. Anyway. Oh. Millwall's cup run is dead. Jane Bill would destroy him.
Pete Bill.
He's gone. Fergie had Fergie time, but Pep just paid off the PGOML. There's probably something to that. But obviously, that's not the fact that Millwall are out of the cup is not the real talking point in the game. So let's take a look at this new video called Football's Greatest Injuries. Just think how much fun Fergie would have had before. It'd scare him more. But I've got it in a more Simpson-fied way. And even Eric Cantona was having none of it. It's basically like, yep, it's been done. Since Aston Villa signed this footballer, they've gone from 8th in the Premier League to 10th in the Premier League. What footballer am I talking about?
Rashford.
Very good, Ben. It's the Marcus Rashford effect. He stopped feeding children and started feeding himself, clearly. But no, seriously, that was a good thing. Russ Morgan actually did send me in some memes. And one of them was basically Manchester United's entire front line has got 8 goals this season. And Chorley's 36-year-old centre-back, Mark Ellis, has 11. Speaking of Manchester United, Ben, Man United are out of the cup. You there, stop what you're doing and laugh at Manchester United. And that goes for you, Rosie. Just think how much fun Fergie would have had with her. Terrible challenge by Roberts. 25 stitches. Hope Roberts gets more than a 3-game ban. Is that because we fall within those 3 games? And yes, they're having a good old laugh at Manchester United. Bah ha ha ha. Lamo. Or Lamau, whatever it is. Let's all laugh at Man U. Let's all laugh at Man U. Ha ha ha. Anyway. Yeah. Speaking of Manchester United, Muslims will fast for like 15 hours without food or water. But in the meantime, they have to watch Rasmus Højlund play football. Damn. Good luck, my friends. But all Arsenal fans were telling me that they knew Manchester. They gave me their opinion on the Man City versus Plymouth match. And it went quite like this. Yeah, I knew Man City would win. Imagine that. Imagine that. Anyway. Gap Gray on Twitter has basically said, I will not dwell on this season. Ishak under Arteta will win us the league. Premier League champions 2025-26. You heard it here first. I was laughing at Marcus Rashford. Couldn't give less of a shit about United, says Rosie. But anyway, Arsenal, having intense conversation with Nottingham Forest, said, we'd have killed you if we had our strikers, to which Nottingham Forest went, yeah, well, you didn't. Which actually got me thinking about Pep Guardiola. And he's like, I'd win you if I had my Rodri. It's like, yeah, well, you don't. Be humble. Anyway, in all seriousness, I actually was planning to do this last week, but obviously Liverpool did post this at one of their games 2 weeks ago, and obviously I only really had the chance to actually post it last week. But suicide awareness is important. If anyone's suffering in silence, please speak out. But in all seriousness, speak out to a professional, because I'm not a professional. And I'll give the worst advice. But seriously, it's an important thing. Important thing to me as well. Dundee United Rhodes' second team. And she approves of that, presumably. But no, that's a serious thing, despite what people think this is silly or whatever. Speaking of which, before we go, I should think it just could be wrong. It's time to basically acknowledge the wanker of the week. Wanker of the week. Please speak out seriously. I'm sorry to hear that, Chris, in all seriousness. This week's wanker of the week is last week's Real Love Lee show. Because it was a fucking disaster. Just the fucking worst, Ben. The fucking worst.
I messaged him about this week's show, and he was like, fucking don't want to do it anymore. It's a fucking train wreck.
Everything went wrong.
I proceeded
at the same time. Sorry, Bell, don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Proceeded to delve into why, and microphone problems and cheats, and yeah. We do quizzes for fun, and everyone's got Google and this and that, but it's no need to act like some people did last week. So that person has been removed from our airwaves. Not to be bitchy and childish, it's just our prerogative. So yeah, and if anybody in future has any like advice on how to fix mics rather than consistently pointing out the problem,
I didn't need to be told 18 times that my mic was fucking broke. I knew my mic was fucking broke the first time someone said your mic was fucking broke. I know people are trying to. I get that people are trying to like be nice about it or like helpful or stuff like that. I get that, but in the moment when you're like, because it might surprise you all, but I'm a bit of a technophobe. So basically, I'm lucky I'm even managed to able to put this mic together to even put it to the thing. The laptop, they call it a laptop. See, that's how much of a tech expert I am. I don't even know what I'm fucking using to do the show.
You don't even know how to work a light switch, for fuck's sake, people. Look.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even do a light switch. I can barely get dressed in the morning, but which I obviously do in the dark, clearly, because I end up in all manner of Leeds kits. But still, obviously, sorry about that, but you are still slagged, and that's fair. You did tell me that. Thank you, Ian. I was furious. Like, I'm so furious about it. Like, I can't even get the words out. It was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed.
It was fine, my man. It was fine.
And yeah, it was just like as I made it clear. People can say what they want in here, and we generally don't judge it. But don't try and ruin my fucking enjoyment. Because I try hard on this thing. I'm not a professional in any way. I don't come in all your shit and fucking try and ruin your fucking hard work. I call it, saying hard work is unfair. Work. Once that's hard work, work. Like, put a little bit of effort in, I suppose.
It's time and effort. But we appreciate every one of you. We do. And we have fun with every one of you. But some people just spoil things sometimes.
And I'm not the perfect human being, clearly. So, you know,
I'll just tell you to fuck off because that's the sort of person I am.
And I don't know. I may get better at this, or it may end up being even worse. I don't know, but I just want people to actually enjoy this thing.
Yeah.
If people do, I want to enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it last week,
Jimmy. If you're wondering.
What annoys me more is the 900 alts that the same 4 people have. But come in here as yourself. Come in here like Tarek. Come in as Tarek and have a discussion with us, like as man to man, like or human to human, or however you want to put it.
Tarek's called Bob.
Fuck it, his name's Bob, sure. But I don't know if I'm saying anything unfair or that. Like I don't want to perpetuate drama. There is no drama.
Look, if you have a handle, you've got a handle. But what it is some people hide behind a handle to be obnoxious, rude, trolling, whatever. It's just, if you're going to do it, do it. But don't expect that we'll tolerate it. You know, it's one of them things. I don't do this for a headache. Just do it to have a laugh. You know, have a chat about shit. And just, yeah, it's like a little community. So, all good. So last week's show will be put into the history books. Happy, Tom?
Sorry, Ben?
Happy?
I have enjoyed this evening, and I hope other people have. But, you know, so that's kind of when it works best, I suppose, is... That's very kind of you to say, Zanzi. But, I don't know. A lot of it's hard to say. I mean, it's not actually a massive secret that I suffer with mental health issues. Like, it's not like this grand reveal that no one can tell by spending like 4 minutes around me, kind of thing. Like Stevie Wonder could go, man, that boy's mentally fucked up.
You do yourself an injustice, man. You do.
How do you mean?
Well, obviously you live with yourself, so you see yourself how you see yourself. You're with yourself 24/7. We get you in snippets, and the majority of the snippets, you're jolly, happy-go-lucky, funny lad. So obviously there's other times, you know, you let your emotions show, which you're not the only person on the planet that does that. So you do yourself an injustice. People don't tune in because you're miserable and depressive.
I don't want to be miserable, but I'm not going to hide if it happens.
You're not miserable. But even when you show your emotion, it's not misery you're showing. It's just passion. It's just you wear your shirt on your sleeve.
I'll do this because I want to enjoy it, and for the most part, I do. But there are times where, like, I'll put it this way: there was a moment last week where I was going to start the memes bit. And spoiler, I had so many memes, like for argument's sake, because I hadn't done it for we hadn't been here for 2 weeks, so I had loads of them. And I started doing it, and then in my mind it was just like, Tom, why are you still here? Because no matter what you say, you're just going to get comments on your microphone. Like, you don't already know it's fucked up, and no one's going to tell you how to fix it. They're just going to point out that it's fucked up.
You fixed it, by the way.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, you have. It's not fucked up today, so you fixed it.
Amazon Prime. It's really helpful for fixing things.
It was just at the end of its cycle, man. That's all it was.
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the technical jargon with it, but I just refuse to like not show myself as I am. Like,
look, everybody wears a mask. Everybody, right? It's only the people that you're closest to that get to see you. Do you know, it's just a natural thing. It's a defense mechanism built in. What you let people see is up to you. Do you know? But don't look at it as a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
No, I kind of understand what you mean. I don't want to sound disingenuous and go, oh yeah, I totally get that. You're 100% right. I mean, you probably are 100% right. But I don't necessarily think I have the mental capacity to handle the knowledge of these emotions. Just feel them.
It's like the most beautiful women are so insecure, but you won't see it.
I enjoy your shows, mate. I'd even watch in 2 a.m. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm just saying that, like, and it coming across as empty, but no, I really do appreciate that. Underrate yourself should. I mean, suppose I should, but I mean,
Even false confidence is confidence. You don't see it as confidence, but the fact that you're producing that false confidence is your confidence in the first place. So the fact that you can put on a persona or put on a mask or put on a front, to come out here, is underlying. That is your natural confidence. You just don't see it as that. You've got to be confident to play that character, which takes more confidence than playing your natural character. If you get what I'm saying. You just don't see it that way. You see it as...
Watching this is better than listening to myself all day. Tom, my body's broken. 8 life-saving operations, 50 odd, and yet you still chose to support Arsenal, Zanzi. But no, seriously, I do appreciate you sharing that with us. Sorry, Ben.
No, it's perfect.
That's fair.
Apart from Junior.
But even then, he falls over sometimes.
That's not falling over. He's just having a rest.
That's a fair point. The name game is one of my favourite things of the week, genuinely. Well, I suppose we have you to thank for the evolution of the name game. Because there was a week.
So I'm going to redo it now. The name game, not question of the week.
The show. Because I remember there was a week where no one knew any of the answers, and I was crying out for someone to actually find them, and then just regurgitate it. But then no one did. So then I presume that week, I could be massively wrong on this, but I feel like that week changed the show in the context then, because then I could be wrong here, but I believe Rosie then started just firing out nonsense. Which at first I was a bit like, this isn't what the game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a legitimate game. But then I realised it's actually more fun. Very quickly, like it took me about a week. I realised it's actually a lot more fun with people firing out filthy words or funny things.
Everyone being 9 again, you mean? Yeah.
But no, like, and to be fair, I was wrong on that. It is a lot better in the way it's currently.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. It's... People get to be, again, express themselves.
Yeah. So, I think people enjoy it a lot more than basically just firing out random championship footballers' names.
I think we're all at a point where we all know that the sort of level that this show is and the audience it attracts. So we're all at a comfort level with each other. We can say what we want, without really offending anybody. So that's what I like about it.
It could be worse. You could look like Nels and shag dogs, apparently, which is obviously Sam Greenwood. I hope Sam is all right, because I know he disappeared a bit after his verbal jousting with. But obviously I've not spoke to him, but I do believe it is going to be bad because he was up very late. Because obviously he's an hour in front of us. So because the wrestling finished at 4, for him it finished at 5. So obviously he's probably shattered. Zanzi, what do you do for a living? Landmine tester, I think you're correct. Rosie firing out nonsense. Never. To which he's put on thin ice. Thin ice. If I knew any of the names, I'd say them, but my knowledge was clearly lacking. I mean, you did get some of them right. I used to drink liquid nitroglycerin, then jump up and down. That's quite an activity with even my pedantry, Ben. I mean, even your pedantry is a character trait.
Definitely. And when I called you out, I wasn't offensive because I'm just as fucking pedantic sometimes. It's not offensive.
No.
I like the way it is. I like the way you do things. I like the way you correct people, and it's your character, Ian. So I'd never judge you for that.
But I will jump on it like a fly on shit if he then misspells something while correcting.
Oh, I'm gonna be all over you like fucking rash, bitch.
Yeah.
Because that's what I am. I'm a twat and all.
I've got a few right.
A lovely twat.
You did very well.
That's what I mean very well. You know, if I'm being serious, you'll know I'm being serious because I don't dress anything up with bullshit. I'll just tell you straight to your face, and that's it. And I don't mean to be offensive, but sometimes taking things by the collar needs to happen, you know. So if something needs saying, I'll say it.
To make it clear, it is not just because the answers and the location of the answers for last week was revealed. That was obviously a longer time coming in terms of how I've been treated by that individual.
Yeah,
and I've decided to just not have it anymore, basically. And people can repeat that or whatever. I don't care because I'm not going to be around to even read the repercussions of it, so it doesn't matter. But no, it's not like I've just decided to actually throw my toys out the pram because someone revealed the answers to the quiz. It's a nothing quiz. Ultimately, the quiz is a MacGuffin that is unimportant to the scheme of the whole show. But it is one of the most fun things in the whole show. Right or wrong. But I don't know how to actually finish that sentence.
We'll move on anyway. We'll move on.
Yeah. Who is Ego? What do you mean? Being blunt, I was a funny fuck, who's a likeable fella. It's awkward reading out that someone thinks you're a likeable fella. Because it's really fucking awkward.
Some people like it. It's like I watch a certain lead show, and I find him quite arrogant, and I think his ego's a bit big. But you don't put your comment up unless it agrees with him. You know, it's like he likes ass kisses. I don't like ass kisses. Not calling that comment ass kissy, not at all. That's
no,
different. But yeah,
I mean, he's obviously a fella that's astute and knows what he's talking about. I'm joking.
But some people, just they like compliments and.
My thing.
You're being humble, is what you're being.
I could be wrong here, Ben. I could be totally wrong, but basically, I believe, based on the fact that he started saying loads of be humble jokes in the Mr. Arsenal chat during one of his shows, and then Fritzl then started making loads of jokes about being humble. But then I was annoyed at the. I mean, he hasn't been banned, but I was, as I said, when Fritzl came, I was like, why can't you just come up as Ego and have a chat with us? I don't know. Or Kermit's middle finger, or whatever other ones he has. I mean, he's got a load of them, but to be fair, I will say, I do feel guilty that I've felt for a long time that those characters were Colonel Ward, because I was wrong, in my opinion, probably. I'm never going to sit here and like try and make excuses for being wrong.
No.
I was flat out wrong and got it wrong.
It's like I'll post as Richard Cranium because 90% of the purpose of Richard Cranium is to make a dickhead comment. And that's what it's there for. It's for this show and for obviously the stoop and shit, just to have a wind up. But look, I don't care what anyone's name is, if it's the real name or they hide behind a handle. It's no offense to you people, but you are just names on the screen. I know you are real people, obviously. I'm not, but you just pop up as names on the screen. So unless there's a picture of you, you create your own version of what that person might be or might look like, probably a million miles away from it. But inevitably, it's just names on the screen. Whether it's your real name or a surname, a false name, it don't really matter. It's like it could be Tim Robbins, his real name. You still don't know who Tim Robbins is. Whether it be Tim Robbins or Anal Watt, do you know?
Yeah. I get that. I just feel like do you feel there's
a purpose that people?
Yeah, I felt the show was becoming, and whether this sounds really douchey and selfish or whatever, it come across as it felt it was more about those 4 or 5 alts turning up and basically doing their, I've got a member of my family locked in my basement kind of shit, and it's like, yeah, but we've done that, and we've moved across all your multiple alts. Can we get on with our show, kind of thing?
Yeah.
I know that I sound like a massive prick saying that, but at the end of the day, we've worked, including like John, we worked relatively hard. He's getting the amount of effort I'm saying putting is getting less and less.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, time has gone into this, and it shouldn't really be about someone and their 46 alts in the chat.
It's only about that if you let it be made about that.
But I'll say I get
give
things
it
wrong.
Too much airtime anyway. No, we all do.
Almost
Don't
certainly.
worry about
Almost
it,
certainly.
Give it too much airtime. Have you got anything nice?
I don't know.
What's next?
I'll probably end up getting messages tomorrow like, I can't believe you said X, Y, and Z. It's like, well, I said it.
Say what you say. Sure.
Rosie agrees with you, Ben. Anytime I've seen someone in the chat and then on stream, they're nothing like I imagined.
It's like when I met all you in real life. Even though I'd seen you on screen, you were still different to what, you know, I envisioned you in person. I was still surprised by certain people, like size, height. You don't get a full picture of what somebody is on the screen.
You guys are still going. We are, John. Still going very strong. You charge your device then, I imagine, John.
It's got full battery.
Rosie thought that Russ looked like Barney Gumble from The Simpsons before she see him last night. So, there you go. John, you're getting shout-outs. I suppose this is the point of the show where we should almost certainly actually respect John's contribution to the show. Where we obviously acknowledge we do love Director John, because he went well out of his way today. I'll put it in the more blunt way, where he basically went well out of his way to actually make this. Obviously, he put together what we loosely called a double whammy of thumbnails, and then obviously I added the wanker of the week to it. But I didn't tell John I was going to add the wanker of the week to it, because obviously I kind of loosely had this discussion planned in my mind. But thank you, Director John, for putting that together this morning. So really do appreciate that. So Is there anything you want to say to your fans, Ben?
Thank you, fans. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. And we'll be back next week with the review of, it won't be as in-depth because we won't have much time to upload things, but it'll be a review of the Portsmouth game.
Yeah. We'll almost certainly be back for that. Ben has fans. He does. He does.
They all won.
Exactly. Exactly right. Cheers. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next week, Jimmy. Hopefully, of course.
Yeah, thanks everybody. We didn't mean to get like too deep at you on the end, but yeah, we're good. We're good.
I felt that was important. I will make this clear. I will make this very clear. I've not said any of that for anyone to go out and give anyone hate or anything like that. Just to be clear, do not go out and hate these people because they are just people. End of the day, regardless of what I think of them or think of what's happened and stuff like this. But at the same time, just I consider it the matter dead.
Yeah, we appreciate you all.
Sounds he's got urged by scaffolding. Thank you, Tarek. Appreciate that. Tarek, I will be back on Thursday. We've got to talk about what John Cena did. Shocking. Anyway, enjoyed the last hour and a half of watch. Have a fantastic week. I'm going back to work tomorrow. Well, I'll usually work on Monday, so that's not actually that's not remotely a surprise. Right. Unfortunately, We All Love Leeds does not pay my bills. So I wish they did, but it doesn't. Saxon Dark Thursdays at 8 PM. Tom, no one's going to do that. Don't overthink it. No, but the amount of YouTube videos, Rosie, I've seen. This is where I get a bit prickish. Where people will go, "Oh, you encourage someone to go and hate someone, because you didn't tell people not to, so you were encouraging it." So I thought I'd get in front of that by basically like, don't do it.
People. Spread the love.
Yeah. Saxon Dark Thursdays. It is called a heel turn. Oh, you did call it, did you? I vaguely remember you saying something about it in the chat, to be fair. So I'll give you that. No. But anyway. I'm the worst at ending shows, Ben.
Right, I'm going to end the show.
Yeah.
Love you, people. We'll see you next week. And Tom will see some of you midweek.